Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, a.k.a. toyingaround, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes.
Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay, I have one.
Let's
Do see all the name.
Let's try though. Let's still try.
Okay, music. Perfect. Hello there, everyone. My name is Kevin, a.k.a. toyingaround. I'm a toy collector, photographer, sometimes toy reviewer, and you are watching Unboxing Thursdays. I have a huge pile of unopened toys here, all over there, and this stream is a push for me to unbox things so I can get rid of all the packaging, recycle them, be good to the environment, and make space to buy more toys. And I'm lucky enough to sit down with a collector, a friend, each and every week. We get to open toys and discuss this really awesome hobby that we're into, and hopefully you are too if you're watching this right now. But thank you for coming out tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. If you have a second, leave a quick thumbs up on the video, comment if you like what's going on here on the channel, and share with your friends. Let them know that we're live and online right now. All of that helps in, I think, with the YouTube algorithm. Nobody really knows. It's a guessing game. For me anyway, I don't read instructions. But thank you for being here. If you're watching this on Twitch, please, follow over there as well if you prefer Twitch. Next week, we are doing unboxing with the enablers. I know it's usually the first Thursday of the month, but due to scheduling conflicts, we pushed it to next week. So if you did the photo challenge, you have an extra week, and we're going to check it out there. So don't forget to check out that episode. Previously, you did unboxings with Poncheesy, Richie, Nose Rain, a bunch of fantastic toy photographers and people in the community. And please make sure you check those out. And that theme definitely continues on tonight. But he's just setting up some stuff right now. I'm going to say what's up to everyone in the chat, just so he doesn't have to sit here. Go, you got 2 minutes. I want to say what's up to Steve Morrow here. Thank you for being here. Anonymous Dude 123. I thought you changed your name, but it still says Anonymous Dude 123. But now you're Jordan from Canada. Thank you for being here. Toy Box of Doom, what's going on? Barrels World, Toy Malarkey. Thank you for sharing on Instagram, and thank you for everyone who's been sharing in their stories. Again, that just helps get the word out, and hopefully more people can enjoy the stream like you are right now. I know I'm being presumptuous. Also, thank you for everyone who's watching this on the replay in the future. A future message for people. Hello there, Toys. Damu Chicciato. How are you? Another channel member here, and hope you're having fun at New York Comic Con. Darth Gutierrez is here. Matthew Toy, what's up? Also at NYCC, another channel member. Very jealous of all that going on. Mr. Ryan Clark, the Chamba, is here. The homie Chamba. What's up, my friend? Mr. Jones, what's going on? Chris, good to see you. Channel member Bearded Builds. Met, Nodnarb 101. Val A, another channel member, says bananas are a nope for me. Puke face, but I'm here. Well, we're gonna have to settle that beef in a little bit, maybe. Sam Rock, High School Creations, Innocent, Tommy K. What's up, Tommy? Dwayne Shoots Toys is here, another fantastic Canadian and fantastic photographer. How's everyone's Thursday going? It's been a lot of cool toy news today. Matt Logic 44, RMD Collective, AI's Collectibles. What's up, man? My connect for some overseas stuff. Nose Rain, what's up, Richie? Good to see you again. AI's Collectibles, Toy Rensu, what's going on? Another channel member. Shout out to all the channel members in the chat. If you don't know what that's about, it's just a small way for you to contribute to the channel. And it gives you special access to emojis and content here on the channel. You see everyone interacting with each other in the chat and using the emojis. And you can also gift a channel membership to other people in the chat too. You have that option. Wing or Lose, what's going on, man? Joseph Joker, Good to see you on Toy Amigos on Tuesday. Berserk is here. What's up, Berserk? Norin Radicals became a channel member here on YouTube. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. The Patman 13, Jay-Z, Jordan, Bruce, Brian, Rocky, Manzo, Kirby Kai, another channel member, 796 Studios, Manic Mike is here. Del Margo Photography, John Carmen, got some new names in the chat. Optimus Crime, what's up? I think I'm caught up. And Mr. Ryan Clark, Ain't No Holla Batgirl. He called me corny for using that song today in the stories, but there is nobody cornier than this man. I'm proud to call him. Honestly, it's crazy because this community is so awesome. The people are so nice that somebody who was like, we chatted here and there, but somebody whose work was inspirational to me, and just kind of blew my mind all the time. We just talk kind of silliness back and forth and just send stupid memes to each other. Most of the time, stuff that I don't even get, he just does it because it's funny for himself. The very talented and often corny Mr. Sergeant Eggplant. Oh no, that's a banana. That's a banana in the name there. Oh, you're muted, by the way.
Good. I didn't want anybody to hear that one. Well,
Johnny, what's up, man?
Often corny, huh?
What? Whoa, so defensive there. I first said always. No, I first said sometimes, and I think often is a little bit more frequent than sometimes. So I
never.
Would you say? No, not at all. What's up, man? Thank you for coming on.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
Always fun chatting with you, and I hate bringing you on because I have to tell you how much I enjoy your work, and as friends, I hate that you have that over me that I enjoy your work. But as people who are into toys, I'm like, dude, I love all the stuff that you do, and what you've been doing with toys is just awesome to see. So it's so cool to chat with you, man.
Oh, are we gonna keep doing this for like the whole show, or?
No, that's it. Don't get too comfortable. All right, that's it. That's all.
Well, you come on. You could go a bit more. All right.
There really isn't much to say after that.
No, thanks for the intro. People that don't know me are like, dude, that guy.
He's so full of himself.
Yeah,
no, this hand.
Like he really is. He's more than often corny.
No, I think that's why it's cool. Like you can just come on here and hang out and be yourself, man. But if in some, like you said, people who don't know you, maybe they know your work, but they don't know you on like outside of that range or seeing you in a social situation. Just what are you into collecting? What drives you to make your art?
Yeah, I mean, I would say like my first the thing that I probably love the most, or not that I do in terms of collecting, is like turtles.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny? Turtles, and then really like I guess it just goes off of what inspires me. Like you see a figure and you're like, oh, that would be fun to shoot. So I kind of go all over the place in that way. But I think one thing that I definitely stick to and collect consistently is turtle stuff, whether that, be like Super 7 turtles or NECA turtles. And really at this point in time, it's like a great time to be a fan of turtles and toys. There's like so many different lines going right now that you don't have to just stick to one. You have choices, and you can, if you're me, you can just bounce all over the place and just grab from whatever.
Yeah.
So, turtles, and then all kinds of other things, really. I mean, I would just go ahead and say like almost everything. I'm sure if we start talking though, I'll be like, oh yeah, I don't buy that. But
yeah. Like you've done some 6 shots with like the Bandai movie realization Star Wars stuff. You do that really well. Yeah, that stuff is cool. And Mesco's, I'm looking at your page right now. I don't know why I'm not sharing it, because I'm professional. But please, if you're not yet, please go check out my friend Johnny here, Sergeant Bananas, on the Instagram. The link is in the YouTube description below. And just incredible, incredible work all the time. Especially paired with a lot of the cool dioramas you have there. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit. I see our friend Yoko has joined us in the chat. The Fighting Irish Yoko is here. You can see the way she's posed. So Lago Figs, one of the Toy Migos and friend ran into Yoko at New York Comic Con, and they took a photo. There's a joke going on about enablers versus Toy Migos, and they're both, it's like the UFC when they meet up before the fight and they take a photo. But Yoko's got her sleeve. You can see right before that she rolled up her sleeves like this, and she was like, "Man, put them up, Shay." And she's just like ready to, I don't know, fisticuffs or something. But Yoko, yeah, copper, put up your dukes. And I don't know. Is that what? I don't know. The fight. That's not a Fighting Irish.
Is that what they used to say?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're on the same side, but I don't know who taught you to punch, because it looked like you were going to go like this. But Yoko, thank you for tuning in here while you're in New York. Hope you have good Wi-Fi. Hope NYCC has treated you well on day one. Nico Hodge in the chat. Johnny, what kind of stuff are you opening tonight?
All right.
As you drink from a jar of pickled eggs. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. It's just brine.
It's water, man.
Okay, yeah, water.
You drink water ever?
No, I'm drinking coffee right now.
All right. So I am going to be unboxing the last Ronin armored version that I believe you are as well.
I also have it.
So actually, we were talking, and I was like, I don't know if I can wait, but I also got the unarmored version, but I opened it already because couldn't wait. So there's that.
It's okay. I know sometimes I feel bad asking people to wait to unbox stuff.
You hit me up on a good week though, because I feel like I just had like a couple things just come in randomly, so it worked out. One of the other things that came in is the Mondo 1/6 scale animated Joker.
Damn.
So
that box looks good.
I know. Yeah, the box is cool. Like the artwork is great. So I wasn't expecting this to come this early, I guess, but I got like a shipping notification. Yeah, it showed up pretty quickly. So excited to check this out. Because
I'm assuming you have a Batman that goes with it.
I used to. I don't anymore, but I have Mr. Freeze. So I think more partial to the villains, but
okay.
I can also see myself circling back to Batman at some point just because I have those. So we'll see.
I guess seem enthused.
With 1/6 scale, like in terms of like, yeah, it's like it'll look awesome, like on a shelf, which I don't put stuff on shelves. So if I was going to, it would look good on a shelf. But like photography wise, like when you shoot 1/6 scale, like, I mean, unless you have giant dioramas, which dioramas for 1/12 scale are already big, but obviously twice the size of that. I don't have any 1/6 scale dioramas, and I just like to go that far with stuff. Like I like to have as much as I can, and I'm never gonna probably have a 1/6 scale diorama, so I don't know what I'm gonna shoot with this guy, but he looks cool.
I feel like in the future you're gonna have a 1/6 diorama. Like it's gonna happen. Seeing how you've been collecting dioramas lately in different sets, it's definitely possible.
Yeah, you mean you're not wrong. I could get off of this stream and just be like, who can I hit up to get a one?
There's that fame. So who's making 1/6 dioramas for Sergeant Bananas?
Yeah, that's exactly how I'll just put it out there like that.
You refer to yourself in the third person?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, anyone watching right now, they're going to hate you.
Do themselves a huge favor in making this for me.
You can I bestow the honor upon him.
Congratulations to the future diorama.
Terrible.
So,
Terrible.
so anyways, opening that. Also have the Cad Bane, the Bad Batch Cad Bane.
Oh, okay.
So
where's that exclusive to? Amazon?
yep.
Can't keep track.
I'll open that, and then also have the Gargoyles Bronx figure that I
Nice.
had for a little while, just never opened it. But looks cool, so I guess I'll finally unbox it.
Yeah, you can do that here. What's up, Bjorn, over on Twitch? Are you collecting, Johnny, are you collecting all of the gargoyles?
I guess almost so far. I mean, I didn't get the villain. Well, I forget his name, but he looks just like Goliath. He's just like different color.
Like the Thylock? I don't think
Yeah.
I watched.
Actually, I could
it that
literally
far.
picture the name, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say it because I'm not sure if I'm gonna say it right. So that's literally why I didn't. So I'm like, I was waiting for you to be like, oh yeah, it's this, and then you didn't. So
For me to confidently say it, and you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I knew that.
I expected you to be confident in it, and you're not. But
No, I wasn't.
so, anyways, the
I
bad
wasn't.
guy that's been released. I don't have that one.
Yo, Sunny channel, what's up? Sunny has been, I don't know, he's been on a roll with his like content lately. Just everything freaking hilarious. Everyone, please go make sure you're following the Sunny channel. Show him some love. He's a TikTok star now, and he's just putting out hilarious stuff. Is that it? Oh, sorry, water break.
We'll see. We'll see. You know what? Because I've actually been on your show a couple times, and I remember the first time that I came on, I probably had 30 things to unbox.
Yeah.
And I probably unboxed 5.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, oh, it's loud. Like the plastic is all and you're trying to talk and it's just loud. So I'm like, less is more. So I guess
definitely I think people want to hear the conversation, but there excuse me, there's probably a small part that wants the ASMR part of the unboxing. So, I just try to have a little bit for everybody. Smash Labs is here.
I see. C hat for corny. Dude, this guy has stock in McFarlane. Have you been seeing how many things? I'm gonna pick up a few, and then 400 figures later, and his every story is 15 of them.
No, I haven't seen that.
Simp Lab Creations. The Fallen.
The Fallen is here. He says, "Corny fool." What's up, Ernie? Good to see you.
He sounds like
this. That's how Ernie sounds in my mind. Yeah, so I have the same my ring. The same NECA Ronin, same as you. AI's collectibles in the chat put me onto a link, and I ordered it, and just to see if it was real. And this thing looks as real as it can be. Can't wait to get to that. This morning I went to Toys R Us, and I was gonna go to be there for open at 10, but then I waited because I wanted to watch She-Hulk first. So I watched it first, and I ended up getting there at 10:30, which worked out because when I got there, a lady had the shopping cart with all the shipping boxes, and she was opening them to stock the shelves. And I didn't want to be a pest because I don't want to be that nerd. It's like, can you please open all these boxes for me and tell me what you have? So I Googled this packaging because this was the specific figure I wanted to get. This is the exclusive Kenobi with the blue clothes.
Yeah.
And I looked it up, and I looked up this code, and then I could see on the side of the boxes it has the same code. It only has the code names and that number. So I'm like, oh, that's the one. And there's another collector there, and we both grabbed one of these. So I was able to pick up a successful hunt today, solo hunt. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Tibidon Station.
I was gonna ask you if you said that to the lady. Like,
Confident.
hey, do you have the you
They wouldn't know.
like try to do it what I did to you earlier, like to her, like, do you have the the
Tibanon Station? Yeah. That
like
one.
yeah, that's
Had
exactly
it
what I was gonna say.
on the tip of my tongue. But he has a soft goods robe, probably not that well sculpted, but I'm excited to no, like, because we've both had CJ's stuff, right?
Oh, okay.
And once you have that
Nice,
stuff,
nice save, nice save.
no, not at all, dude. Like, like if you want to get the hood on his head and it's curved up and and to wrap it around his face real good, like I don't think you're
You gotta
gonna get it.
attack.
You know what? Surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So I have an idea for a shot of him walking down like a Mos
I have
Eisley.
the other one.
Yeah, I have that one too.
I like how you just
So
dismiss it. You're like that old shit. Like
yeah, come on, that's 3 weeks ago.
I just
No, it's Kenobi. It's always love for Kenobi on the show. So yeah, I was just watching She-Hulk, just the timing ended up working out. Because I think if I went earlier and got there right at open, and it wasn't there, and there wasn't the lady with the shopping cart, I would have just left.
yeah.
What is this? Does he have his enablers mixed up? What did I say? Or are you talking about Ernie? Ernie is here. Kev, do you want me to boot him, or is he cool to stay? He's okay for now. Once he start taking his shoes off, that's when we usually kick him out. Matt says Johnny is technically an official Toymigo.
It's actually that is true. It is true.
This was Yoko.
It's like, is there gonna be a showdown like in Anchorman, like all the news
News
channels?
teams?
Yeah.
Who else is there? It's not as epic if it's just like the two of us, and then what other like Lost Cause is coming out, but they're all over the place. They're like in Europe, and what other group has a
don't
group
count them
of
out.
people?
Come on. Fine.
We'll fly him in.
You can fly them in. All right, cool. The enablers will front the cost for the plane.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it for the joke. No spoilers. Yes, no spoilers for She-Hulk. It just came out today. Great episode. Just don't say anything. Give people a chance to enjoy it. So I have those two, and then you were like, "That's it. Open more." So I got in the Mr. T voice again. Apparently, everyone's Mr. T to me.
Huh.
That's the easiest voice when I'm sick. I had some really nice gift today. People at Hasbro sent over the set of Black Series holiday edition figures. So, and you know what? These aren't for everybody, but my wife enjoys decorating for Christmas a lot, and so do I, and so do the kids. And stuff like this, I get to put a toy twist to it. That's a tongue twister.
So speaking of like things like that, are you collecting the Universal Monsters turtles from NECA?
Surprisingly, no, but they look really good, and I really want them.
Because this month is their month. If you want to decorate around the house, maybe you can work that in. Just be like, hey, I can get some figures. You can put these up as decorations.
Is that? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Frankenstein, the Mummy, Hunchback.
Yeah. RMD Collective posted this really great shot of Mikey, because Mikey's got the busted teeth, like that mask.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, those ones look really good. So I might. It's you collect turtles. Every new set is 4 new figures.
Yeah, most of the time.
But you don't really display. You store them until you need them, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I have stuff on my desk that kind of just stays there indefinitely. But then, yeah, it's just going back to like I see your shelves behind you, and so you have a display. It's like I don't really have that. I just it's like bags and bins, or like tackle box stuff. Like I put
Mhm.
like imports in there, higher end stuff, or yeah, stuff like that. I guess really, yeah, import stuff. I put in like tackle box container things, so you can just have them organized. I mean, you have like
Yeah,
your arts and crafts thing is it's the same idea.
I feel like if I were to put things in bins, because I don't do photography, not even at the quantity that you are at, that I feel like I'm just putting them in a coffin and like they're gone because I wouldn't see them again.
So yeah, I mean, there's definitely some truth to that because like the stuff that I have on my desk, I'm staring. Not, not in a creepy way, but it's like I see it all the time. So I'm like,
No
oh,
one was thinking that. No one was thinking that it
someone
was
was like,
creepy.
he's creepy and often corny. Uh,
That's
but
what the C is for.
so yeah, right. Creep corn.
Yes.
So like I'm seeing this stuff on my desk all the time, and
Mhm.
I don't know, just after like seeing it for a while, it's like ideas just naturally kind of pop in my head. So if
Mhm.
stuff's sitting at the bottom of a bin and it's out of sight, out of mind. So
Yeah.
that's the truth to what you're saying, and in that way, where it's like goes into a coffin. It's like kinda. I mean, every now and then, like I'll need something that I know is in one of the bins, and like as I'm digging through, I'll see something else and be like, oh yeah, like that's a cool figure. I should take a photo of that soon. Whether that happens all the time or not is a different story, but it does cross my mind.
I think there's a higher probability that you would do that versus me. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm moving around in this room, so a lot of stuff is being taken down, and I think once I reset the room and I decide I actually put stuff back on the shelves, then whatever is still in the bins, I feel like I should sell that because I've been selling a lot of stuff lately. Some things I'm coming to the realization like, am I just holding on to this just to say that I had it or have it?
Hmm.
Or, I can sell it and A, someone else can enjoy it. Uh, B, I can use that money to buy something else that I really want. Um, Maybe something that's a little pricier that I normally wouldn't have bought.
Hmm.
Uh, for example, like this week, I don't know. I didn't. I'm not unboxing this tonight because I already opened it this week. I couldn't wait. I picked up the Figure Arts
Yeah.
Ash
Yeah.
Ketchum.
I saw people trying to help you out and like
It was so nice.
put
It
out
was
the.
so nice. Everyone helping me out.
So, wait, can I ask? Like, that's It's more expensive, right?
This one, yeah, it's kind of pricey.
Okay. I mean, I figured.
Oh, were you gonna
I
sell
was
me
gonna
one
ask you how
or?
much it was, but then I don't know if you're comfortable. I was just curious.
Oh, I got a pretty good deal on it considering what it goes for on eBay. Um, it's probably, I think I paid 200 Canadian,
Okay.
which is, I don't know, one something US, which is,
Who knows?
yeah, who knows? Yeah,
uh,
it's nobody
in
can
there,
math that for us.
if if you've been collecting for a while, there's a chance you've done that where you just like, yeah, it's definitely more than it's worth,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna pay the price because I want it.
I don't do that often,
Yeah.
so. And then I think Josh is in the chat actually. What's up, Josh? He's the new owner of some of my Mescos, but that was he was able to kind of push me to the direction that like, all right, you know what? Now I can get this. I don't know why. My kids are on a whole Pokemon kick now, so I feel like I'm just there with them, but I've taken it too far. Everyone's like, "Are you buying this for your kids or for yourself?" Richie's in the chat. He knows. I'm hitting him up every day, nose rain. Like, should I get this pack of Pokemon? Should I get this? Should I get that? So, you know what? It's at least I have ideas to shoot this, like, and I'm having fun with it versus the Mezcos that were just standing there. They've been there for a few years. I don't even look at them. So,
Mm.
um, well, that's a whole different story with Mez. But like even Batman stuff, these two shelves used to be all Batman. They're all in bins now. I love Batman forever, but I just wasn't feeling it to have that many shelves. Like 89 Hot Toys Batman is still out. Jack Nicholson Hot Toys Joker is still out, and I think that's good.
Hmm.
Toy
Yeah.
Box of Doom, thank you for being here. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean what you're saying about like kind of like, am I just like keeping stuff just to like say that you have it? Like, it's good. I guess it's good to like go through those things and kind of like get rid of stuff that you're just never gonna do anything with. Especially if it's just sitting in a bin or whatever, and you're just like, huh, I'd rather have this. And now you have something, at least for now, because maybe in a year you'll be like, huh, I don't need this anymore. But then you can probably sell it and
Yeah, get something else.
Yeah.
And no, Mario, I don't like Batman Forever. I don't love Batman Forever.
I mean,
I will love Batman, comma, forever. But yo, Toy Box of Doom, thank you for being here and reminding people. Just leave a little thumbs up. It's all good. Okay, yeah. So the ones I am going to open tonight, I think, are Mando, because he comes with the printed ugly sweater.
Mm-hmm.
And the colors are ridiculous. The blaster looks like a toy blaster, like the Nerf one that they have.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So these are going to be on display. And the protocol droid comes with a BD unit also with Christmas stockings. Look, he has a scarf. Like, this is absurd. These two you can get at Toys R Us Canada if you're in Canada. In the US, I don't know. All the different sets are split up in different stores. So I don't remember what the other ones are from, but these are the ones I'm most excited for. Those will be on the menu tonight. And yeah, man, you want to get into it? What do you want to open first? What are you most excited about?
The turtle, I guess.
You want to do the turtle first? Let's do the Ronin turtle.
I'm gonna ask you though, with those like holiday Black Series, is that like a wave 2? Weren't there like, okay, so
yeah, it's the second wave. I have the first wave somewhere here. I don't know. It's a few more months until Christmas. 1.5 months. My God.
Yeah. Yeah, those aren't for me, but as you said, they're not for everyone.
They are not.
What's funny though, it's funny to me now at least, is last year Mesco did that holiday Gomez, and I bought it, and then when it got here, I definitely was like, kind of immediately, wait, why didn't I buy this? And I'm like, because I'm like, I like Gomez figures, and I actually did pick up that Union Worker one.
Nice.
I have my reasons why, but most of the time, like, I think I appreciate the figures a little bit more than the actual character. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Like I'm wishing that it's like almost wish that like there was just like some other different head sculpt that wasn't like a roach head or whatever Gomez is.
Right.
Is he an ant or a roach?
He's a roach.
Okay, so yeah, obviously, or like a skull or something, like something different. I don't know. Like that's why I feel like one of the reasons why I love the Vapor figure so much, because it's different than both of those, and it just, that figure to me, in my opinion, is like one of the best Rumble Society figures.
Oh, Vapor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept my Vapor. I have no idea where I put his wire cutters or his gas mask. Which
It's just fun. Those are fun accessories too. I mean,
yeah,
that's something that comes with the Gomez figures as well. They have like Pink Skulls have fun accessories. Like, I mean, there's a lot of fun accessories there, fun to be had. But yeah, with the Gomez character, I'm more into the figures than the actual character.
Yeah, and but sometimes I'm just like, do I need to pay 100, 125 for working accessories? Like the wire cutters were cool for like 2 minutes when I opened them on screen. That's why I don't know where they are, because they're the first things I took out. And then it's like, I can't cut anything with these, Kevin. Like my so
it's cool that they work. It is cool that they're like functioning. And I know like one of the things that was mentioned about the Union Gomez was like the tools are actual die cast, which as long as the figure could actually hold them, like without like the arm going.
Yeah. Like, what's the point?
Yeah,
If you
I
can't.
can hold it. Cool. Otherwise, like to me, it doesn't. I would just rather have like plastic.
Oh, Dario, sorry. You posted a message with your membership, but it didn't show on StreamYard. I can see it on YouTube right now. The 80s baby, our good friend Dario, who was at NYCC today. What's up, my friend? Has been a member for 15 months. My goodness, Dario, thank you for the support. You've always been supporting, man. Thank you for that, brother. Says, hey, what's up, everyone? Johnny, what the F is up, man? Kevin, you sound crispy. That's a dope shirt, Frogman. Thank you for being. I know that's you. I have this here, okay?
I didn't know if you were gonna try and steal the compliment, even though
Is it a
it literally is a frog. It is a frog on the shirt, so it's Kermit.
Thank you, Dario.
The final
Dario hit me up. He's always messaging me. Like he's like, I found some toys. I think you might be interested in. Like that's the coolest dude.
He's like a broker.
He
the
is.
best, he's the best.
Oh, Henrock NYC says, I'm going to open the Headless Horseman.
Nice.
I treat these streams as like, unwinding for the week and opening some toys. If you're doing the same, you're watching, post a photo, tag me on Instagram. I'll definitely love seeing everyone doing that. Did you get the Headless Horseman?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't pick that up, but it looks great though. That's really cool. Especially like it's perfect, obviously I think on purpose, but it's a perfect drop for this month. Right?
Yeah.
Go again with like the theme of things, yeah. So maybe and be like, hey, here's another decoration for.
Wait, am I saying this to my wife? Are these things that you're suggesting to my wife?
I mean, you don't need to convince yourself, right? Or do you?
I do. I do.
A little bit.
What am I going to be like? Hey, can I drop 145 on this Headless Horseman that no one else is going to see? Like, I'm not going to leave it outside on the front porch for kids. But yeah, Trevor 16 Shooter, who did the photography on that, he killed those photos with the atmosphere and everything. It's a freaking movie scene. But I love the Headless Horseman character. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling the pumpkin for some reason. Does he always have a pumpkin head?
I don't think so.
Either way, it looked great, but I didn't need it. In hindsight, I should have got it because, buying things that I like versus keeping things that I used to like. Like, I sold a bunch of Gomez's before. And once I let go of like, oh, these are sought after, I can say I have them. It's like, what is that really worth if I don't care that much?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. Correct.
Well, actually, I know the answer to that. I know what that's really worth. The dollar amount that I sold it for, not to be.
Well, yes, there is a value actually, but it's like to you, for your purposes.
Yeah, for my purposes, Mesco is one of the ones where I keep the boxes. Do you keep your Mesco boxes?
Yeah, but when I move, I'm just gonna dump them.
Oh my god. You're insane. Because that's like 30 Gomez hands for each set.
Well, so Gomez he's one of the ones I put in like the tackle box thing, so it's all organized. And then the ones that I have, they all clip together. You can clip them together and stack them. The like tackle box things, so it's nice. So I can just like literally pick up a pile of like 10 of them at once.
Oh, nice. I know Toy Page puts them in those photo holders organizers from Michaels. He can fit like the figure and all the accessories into one of the 4x6 slots. Dang, this is a lot of plastic.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna take the figure out right now because all the little pieces are like
All right, everyone. We're going to take 5 seconds to take the figure out. It's going to be loud. And go. Got it.
So, yeah, this is
Did you read the entire series?
I did.
And did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah. It made me even more excited to obviously get a figure of it. And then now to like see that they're doing the other turtles or some of them.
Okay, so Playmates is making one of these, right? Is that the other company making this?
Yeah, they did. It's like kind of more in like the OG style ish. It's like an in between. It's almost like kind of it looks sort of vintage looking, but then it has more. It has like some kind of like modern articulation on it. It's like a hybrid. Definitely okay. So like you got to pick and
It's
choose.
Playmates.
If you got to pick and choose, there you go.
This all day,
Oh yeah.
all day.
But if you like Last Ronin enough, and you're just like, oh, I want as many as there are, then there you go.
I think between the choices of Ninja Turtles offerings, usually if you choose Playmates, you're wrong. Okay, no. It's, okay, maybe like if it's for like children to play with, but you know, being the comic book that Last Ronin is, it's like you're making like a kids level toy for an adult collector when there are adult collector toys for it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that they're doing now is very. It seems just like it's not the Ronin stuff. Like they did like the Karate Kid stuff. They did the Stranger Things like collab or whatever. It's just cash grab stuff.
yeah, what's the hottest thing right now? I want to piggyback off of that because
Yeah, it's like and it seems like it's almost like just Netflix stuff, right? Because like Karate Kid, Netflix, like Stranger Things. So it's like, hey, a lot of people are talking about Dahmer. So is there going to be a Dahmer turtle now? Like,
no, please. What else? I think I've had this conversation before. What else on Netflix would be a good crossover or a bad crossover with Ninja Turtles? I mean, if that was a way to get me Arrested Development figures, and that's Netflix, I would love that.
yeah, but then they're going to be not. They're going to be like terrible figures, probably.
I've
So
heard
it's like
people say the 11 figure is good.
from oh really?
Yeah, well, better than what's available now, which was what was it before McFarlane?
They definitely did a few, and then I think Bandai did a couple. That like $20 line. I don't know if it has a name, but the one
Oh hell yeah, Tiger King turtles.
they missed the window on that one. For the next season, maybe they'll hop on.
Yeah, that was the beginning of COVID. That joke is over, and it's never funny
Oh
again.
my God. I am never going to financially recover from this.
Okay, it's still funny. I still like that clip. We should.
Really
I would buy that.
I never really watched Tiger King. I mean, I think I watched like an episode or two, but
The Munsters versus Turtles. I mean, yeah, it's just I don't really bash any toys. I try not to,
yeah,
but on the topic of turtles, it's like Playmates. What are you doing? Like, I think they have the master license for the toys, and they probably make for adult collectors probably the least favorable ones.
yeah,
I'm not saying there isn't a market for their stuff somewhere else, but for like us and our works, like, nah.
yeah. I mean, and like with all due respect, like Playmates, the original toy line, for me, greatest toy line ever.
Yes.
What I grew up with, and it's what made me a fan of collecting toys, like no other line. And so I'll always like. I mean, I still have a ton of. I know you do as well. You actually have stuff like in box still. Like I know you have a cruiser that's in box, which is pretty sick. But yeah, I have a ton of like the old toys still, and I still like them. Like I think they're great. like the amount of like characters they did and all the variants and all that stuff. They just got really wacky and crazy and
Hmm.
interesting. It's just cool to see like a line like that. But yeah, doing these collabs, like probably probably sounds like a good idea, but
like that was cool back then for us as kids, right? And
yeah,
while it definitely set, at least for both of us, down a path of fandom and toy and a love for toys, it's like, what if they almost everyone else is doing it better? Like,
oh
are
yeah,
you gonna keep doing the same thing?
yeah.
You know, do you collect all Super 7 and all NECA Turtles?
Well, I mean, yeah. So I collect the Super 7 Ultimates for sure. I mean, this is just like the one line. I collect that, and then with NECA, like the movie, I'm all in. The movie stuff,
Yep.
I'm all in for sure. And then when the video game, so the video game stuff was kind of, it was like the first, it was like the reset of them doing Turtles, I guess, after a little while, because it was like video game for a while, and then they did a cartoon, like they did like I think my timeline's maybe off here, but like from what I remember, it was like they did the video game stuff, like, and then at Comic Con one year they did the regular cartoon colored Turtles,
Right.
and then they started going down the cartoon path, and then I think after that they did the movie pack. But that cartoon line it's so crazy now. It's so they're going super deep.
Yeah, it's deep.
It's really deep, which I appreciate. It's like there's stuff that they're making. I have no clue what it is. Not even in a bad way. I'm just like, damn, they're going deep. I appreciate that. But I think with that line, I just can't keep up anymore.
No, I can't.
And as cool as they look, like when you see them like at a con, like right now, you see their display and they're all like, you know, on the like city dial and stuff. It just looks really cool. It's really fun to look at. And I have a lot of them, but yeah, I think unless I really love the character, I'm not gonna just be a completionist on those. But even for a while, I went from like I'm getting everything to like, well, if I could find it in Target or whatever. And now I've gone to the point where I'm like, yeah, I don't need that. Like I've found, you know, it's a lot easier to get them now because you know, kudos to them. Like the distribution. I remember in the beginning, like when stuff first started popping up in Target, it was like really hard to find things, like find turtle stuff. But nowadays, like I could go into like my Targets and see turtle stuff like all the time. Granted, it may not be like stuff that I'm actually looking for, but it's there. I think it's cool that it's there. But I've definitely like passed on like some sets. Just you know, I see a Target and I'm just like I'm there. I'll walk around the store there as if I'm gonna buy it. And then eventually, I'm like,
do you walk around with it in your hand?
Yeah, I'll be like, you know, I'll have it. I'll be like, okay, cool. Like when I get the rest of the stuff I'm here for, like oh, I'm gonna get this as well, and then like I'll have that moment where like I'll like walk down the aisle and then I'll just like stop and I'll just like look at it, and I'm like thinking about it. I'm like looking at the characters and like trying to see like, will I shoot this? Probably not. I'm like, do I like this character enough to just collect it? No. All right. And that's it. That's it. It's over. It's over. I did that with the Scumbug and Anthrax 2-pack. I was like,
I don't even know who those are.
They're, I mean, so some people are probably like, oh, those are my favorite characters, but not for me. And
yeah,
so it was kind of like, that was kind of the one set that kind of like
levels
made me come to that realization of like, oh yeah, you don't need to. It's like, yeah, it's turtles, but like, you know, you don't need everything.
Turtles you don't know, then you don't need to. You're like the opposite. You know, sometimes you find like regular household items in the toy aisle, like someone made a decision, they put it there, they're like, I need this toy instead.
Yeah, it's like
you're the opposite. Like you're the reason there's a toy in another aisle. You're like,
well, you know, Actually, you know what? I'm not that person because I used to work at a job where I would have to stock things, and I would have to clean up after. I have to clean shit like that.
Oh, you put them back in its spot?
So yeah, most of the time. Or
Oh, I
okay,
thought that's
well,
where this was
if I don't
going.
if I don't go the full mile to like take it back to its original spot, I'll put it in the toy area.
Oh my god,
But
that's
but I'm not gonna. I wouldn't like leave it in like the chips aisle or something like that's just like I don't
I
know.
take it to the cash and I go, I changed my mind on this, and the cashier can put it into their
Yeah,
shopping
'cause
cart
they
of
have like a whole
things to bring
exactly.
back.
They have like the
Yeah.
Thermomix
Just
cart, and it just piles up. And then I don't know. I don't know if you've ever found anything by like if you just walk by those carts. Sometimes you can see stuff that you're
oh,
looking for.
I
You're
always side eye.
the very bottom of that, there's something that I want. So
Never found any in there. Okay, but if you haven't read The Last Ronin, I can show you this figure without spoiling who the turtle is because their mask is black and there are no distinguishing letters on their belt to indicate which turtle it is. And you get the weapons of all four turtles. Um, Donatello, this electro staff thing is just random, but he uses it. We have the Sai from Raph, Mikey's nunchucks with an actual chain, which is cool, and Leo's sword with a scabbard. And on top of that, extra hands, shuriken, ninja stars, that little climbing Wolverine hand thing with a rope on it. It's an awesome set.
yeah,
It's an awesome set, and look at the detail on
yeah,
this and
it's
the paint. There's a wash over it. This is real rope tied onto this ring. Do you know what this ring is for? Is it supposed to put more stuff through it? Because there's little slots here for,
well, so
I'm
I think
assuming,
I think that's where
the
the
bow.
sword and the bow, the two like the brown one, yeah, but through the actual ring, I mean, maybe it goes through the first loop and then goes through the ring as well to like kind of secure it better.
Struggling.
I do, yeah. Actually, this brings up a good point. So like,
Oh, that
think
fits
about
perfectly.
yeah, it does. I don't know about you, but when I open a figure, I usually just open it and then I just place it. Like I just put it in a static pose and I just set it down. I don't like generally I don't mess with it a ton until like I have an idea or something, and then I'll start to really like mess around with it. And I think like I'll take all the accessories out, and if I'm gonna put it in like a Tupperware thing, then I'll do that to kind of like so I can get the box out of the way. Or I'll put it in a bag if it's going in a bin, and then yeah, I'll just like have it on my desk, look at it, and then
Uh,
wait for an idea to pop into my head.
People in the chat are saying this has catchphrases if I pull it.
Yeah, it says often corny.
You would think that they put your catchphrase in there, right? You would think that the
Congrats
ego
on them
this
putting
guy.
that catchphrase of mine on their toy. Good, great.
Of all the accomplishments in the toy industry, Johnny, this is your best one, my friend.
Question for you. I see you have the toy head on that raft. That is your preferred display head.
No, I think I used this for a photo many moons ago, but I do appreciate the more expressive one that's included in these sets.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that's a necessity to have that for the line, and it's cool.
Is this the toy head or
That's the alternate head.
alt head for Leo? I really like this one.
So, actually, something that I will show you.
Actually,
Actually,
is Kyle here?
yeah.
Where's my mouse? Chat, where am I? Oh, it's over here. Oh, yes. Hold on. Here you go.
So on this one, this is the toy head. There's the alternate
Mm-hmm.
head is the different one. And I actually prefer this head over the other one, which is like with the turtles. I appreciate the original head, but like I like the alternate one more. Like
Is that the BBTS
Yep,
exclusive?
yep.
Oh, Plunderlings, what's up? It's been a while. Says I love the alt heads. Yeah, they're beautiful. Keeping in style with the look, but also just giving a different expression.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So like, did you have any of these as a kid? Like the undercover with like the cloth trench coats?
No, I have the disguised
Donnie.
Donnie,
Yeah, I
but I
think
didn't have any of those.
mostly everybody probably. I mean, there's a good chance you had that one if you had those toys as a kid. But like
No.
these, because they came out later. But like, I don't know if you know, but they're like the most rare turtle
Are they?
variants. Yeah, they're super expensive, like crazy expensive, like scratch territory prices,
Yeah, I mean, I think
if not
it's
more.
weird. There aren't many properties where I stuck around till the end. So like Turtle Toys and the end of the cartoon, I'm not really that familiar with. I know at the end of the cartoon they get into some darker stuff, but like things like Scratch, I'm like I didn't even know what was going on with that figure. But people are really excited that Super Seven is releasing one.
It is cool. I mean, I was stoked when I heard about it.
We
Yeah.
have 8 and Skate in the chat. Sam Rock says, "Can't wait to get Undercover Raft. Just got an email. It should be shipping soon."
Mhm.
Dang, we should have slid an order.
Yeah, it says it's in stock on Big Bad like now.
All right, so I have Ultimates Raft here for scale if people are interested. Yeah, but for turtle collecting, I'm more partial to these because I played with the toys a lot more. I collect the NECA movie, but in the last 2 weeks, thanks to AI's collectibles kind of enabling me, but I got this too.
Super good. Super.
Uh, Vern's Hobbies helped me get this, and I don't think I had any from the original line. I have this, which I can sell now because nobody cares about this anymore. Peace. So like NECA, two of these in 2 weeks. What's that?
Yeah, no one gives a shit about that one anymore.
Yeah. I missed the chance to sell it.
People were scrounging to get that though.
Yeah, I remember. And they were all over up here.
I never found one. One year they had an exclusive at Comic-Con, and he came with the hat, maybe something else, and I wasn't able to get one, but it doesn't matter anymore. But because yeah, this actually, I'm sure you do like every year, like you get like your top 10 figure or whatever list or whatever, if you do top 5, top 10, whatever you do. I kind of keep like a loose like note of figures that stand out along the way, and that figure is definitely on my list.
Usagi?
Yep.
It just looks so good, and the accessories, and the expression, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Do you think NECA quality has improved over the years?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you just took that out of the box. I remember for a long time, one of the main knocks on NECA were like the figures were gonna break. Like you had to heat them up and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm
I
doing this.
honestly didn't even think about doing that when I opened even the unarmored one. When I just opened this one right now, like I didn't think about it. So, that's a compliment to the quality of the figure getting better.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's why I was more comfortable getting more NECA stuff coming out. Like if something looks cool, I'll get it. Like there's a lot of cartoon stuff I'm very interested in. What's that mutant bug guy that comes to life? Was he from a comic? He's
Are you
got
talking
like and bug eyes.
and he's already out.
Is he out, or I know he's been announced? I don't
Is
know
it
if
a
he's out.
Is it a 2-pack?
I don't freaking know.
Well, it might be Scumbug. That's why I'm like, are you not talking? Because that was the one that set I was talking about that I passed on.
I think he was a human that got mutated into a bug. I mean, wait, that's the whole concept of the show.
Well, you're not talking about Baxter, right?
No, no.
Okay.
I think it's a.
I wasn't gonna judge you if you were like, yeah, that one, but like I was just like, maybe he's I don't know.
No, it's like it's a guy. I hope this narrows it down. It's a human, and he mutated.
Yeah,
Kevin, that's two of the names in the title. It's not Scumbug. I think he's a good guy. No, it's not Scumbug. I just googled it.
Is it
Bugman? If it's Bugman, I'm gonna be mad at myself for the most obvious
the
name.
The person that created the character should be mad at themselves for naming it Bugman, and it's just.
I should be mad at myself for googling just Bugman and expecting the proper thing, and without putting Ninja Turtles as context.
You gotta be careful with Google. You never know what kind of like weird things are gonna pop up, even if you're not.
Well, yeah. I mean, earlier this week, I tried to tell my friend to search Hot D in Google when looking up House of the Dragon TV show. Yeah, it's Bugman from Ninja Turtles. I need him.
All right.
Michelangelo is reading an issue of Bugman when he hears a cry for help from the sewers and rushes to help whoever was behind it.
Yeah.
That's the episode. Yeah, I need that. That guy's cool. The little kid, Timmy, whatever his name is, that dresses up as a Ninja Turtle.
I just got that. Yeah, that's that.
But then he's paired with this dude I don't want. So, wait, is he with one of the Crooked Ninja Turtle gang guys?
He's the leader. He's with the leader of the gang.
Yeah, okay, never mind. I'll probably get that. I lied. I'd be lying. Oh, sick. So he can wear all 4 weapons because it looks like the nunchuck holster slot is back here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does this even make sense for the sword? How do you put it?
I didn't yet.
I didn't.
Like I was saying, like I take it out of the box and then I bag or put the accessories in a thing, and then I just wait. I wait till I have an idea.
Maybe
that
it's
way I don't have all kinds of like things on my desk, which I already have all kinds of things on my desk. I don't need more.
What's on your desk right now that you keep creepily staring at?
Shit. Everything that's right to my right here.
John, I'm sorry. He's getting really mad at me in the chat for not knowing Timmy's name is Zach. Zach! I can sense the impatience in the sentence. Zach, his name is Zach. You had to Google it? I just said it. I can narrate all of these.
Well, I just got this, and I just have them kind of like I got the Dark Turtle.
Oh, nice. The loot crates?
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I think I want to take a picture of them. I just don't know what I'll do yet. But yeah, creepily.
I'm sure you have a diorama for it.
Stare at him until the idea forms. Oh yeah, I mean, I have stuff that I could use for sure.
What did you think of that movie, Danny?
Huh?
From one of the loot crates, Danny.
Oh, the Danny figure.
Yeah.
What did I think of it? Are you asking because you're collecting the movie line, seeing if it's worth it?
No, I sold it. I got it and I sold it before it even got here because he was so
whatever
dinky.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get rid of mine, but I haven't done anything with it. I think maybe when the right, I swear, like after enough time, the right idea. One day I'll have an idea and it'll call for him being in it in some way. And if,
oh shoot!
And I might get rid of him. If I get rid of him, then I might be like, damn it, I should have kept him. But then that's a way to never get rid of anything. That thought.
Yeah, I was trying to get rid of everything. I'm completely overstocked. You've been killing it, posting a lot of photos lately with these huge and beautiful dioramas. That's been helping um, with your photography. Where is? I feel like I've seen these, but why haven't I liked these? I think I like them on Facebook, and that's it. I'm only giving you one like.
Yeah, I'm not even. The way that the algorithm works these days, I don't know, whatever. It's like people. I get messages or people tell me like, "Man, I haven't, I never see your page." And I'm like, yeah, it probably makes sense, honestly, because
This will help.
I don't play by the rules, quote unquote, of like.
That's the corniest shit I've ever heard.
I don't post reels all the time, which is they want, reels are like the kind of number one thing they want people to like post, I guess, and so
Yeah.
I literally never do those pretty much. And yeah, whatever. I mean, I think I used to care a lot, once upon a time about like engagement, but now it's like at the end of the day, like all I care about is just taking photos and setting, having fun. Is corny as that might sound.
Self-admitted.
Like when whoever sees the viewer sees the photo, like if it gets one like, there's no likes to whatever thousands of likes, like I'm all good with it, because that I'm already like I've had fun doing what my part, and sharing it's cool, but like and getting comments, that's great, and people liking it, but that's not why I do it. It's a plus. It's not a given though.
But you wanted me to give you more praise at the beginning of the show, so everything you just said has been a total lie. Like, don't lie to my viewers, man.
No, you should specifically.
Me specifically?
Yeah, you should.
You should. You're welcome, as Kyle would say. Oh wait,
You're welcome.
there we go. It's like he's with us right now. He said he's watching tonight.
He said
he's not in the chat. Did he say that to you too?
He's like, "Oh, I'll tune in."
No, he lied to both of us.
He might.
He might. All right. So look,
if he doesn't, he'll probably hit me up tomorrow. I'm like, "Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, will you still talk to me?" Like, I don't know.
Sounds just like him.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 slots here. 1, 2, and then here 3, 4. So do you think it's just variable to put whatever you want? Because that fits. This kind of fits.
Based off of the photo on the back of the box, from what it doesn't show the back of him, but
Thanks.
I can see that the staff and the sword are attached to the back, like going across his back. Yeah, there you go. So
based on the photo, that's not showing it.
Yeah, I mean, but it gives you, kind of like a hint. It's like,
then what's going in the middle thing? The handle for the shock?
Man, you're really concerned.
Because if I put these accessories away, they're never going to be swapped on ever again. That's it. Kyle is at some metal concert with Fabio right now, probably.
They're going to see Disturbed.
Is that a real band?
Yeah, and that's an insult.
Johnny, how have you stayed humble and not in it for the likes and notoriety?
Who asked?
Who asked? Who said that?
Who thinks I'm humble? I'm the shit. Not. Well, I will say, like, I'm still human, but like, I really just realize like what the important thing is to me, and that's it. Like, just taking photos, and yeah, just having fun doing that and telling stories with these characters that I grew up with or didn't grow up with, depending on what characters they are. Ninja Turtles, grew up with that stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just,
you can tell, like,
don't let me stop you. Keep
going. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was like, you're about to say something pretty cool. Go ahead.
This isn't very humble, Johnny.
Please go ahead and elaborate.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I can tell you thoroughly enjoy putting this stuff together and investing in something that you enjoy doing, whether people like it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I just focus on like, what I like doing, and that's the most important part to me. I think that's what's allowed me to. That's one of the pieces it's allowed me to. That's one of the pieces it's allowed me to keep doing it after all these years and having fun and like staying inspired. One of the things, at least. So
Fabio might be at a concert right now. Not sure. Yoko says, "I don't know that everyone knew you were a human."
he's talking to me because I seem
Yeah, no, I get
superhuman to everybody. So
yeah. Did you have any interest in going to New York Comic Con? It's going on right now.
me
Yeah,
or the other person.
you.
I've never been to New York. So yes, I would have. Yeah, I definitely do. Just didn't go though. Didn't put my name in the hat. But
You didn't put your name in the hat?
in the hat to go with like Super 7 at least.
Hmm.
I would like to go for sure at some point though. But I guess like thinking about like kind of just what I said, like I've never been to New York. It's like I don't know that the first time I go, I'd want to be like also having to work at the same time. I'd kind of want to just be able to be like go around freely, do what I want,
Mm.
So it's like I'd like to go to New York Comic Con, but not work it, that's fine. It's not like an issue, but yeah.
Do you do like street photography? Like if you went out to New York on its own, would you just go around the city? It's world famous, the
Mhm.
sites, the buildings. Is that the kind of stuff? Does that kind of photography interest you?
I mean, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I don't know if I'd say I'd bring my camera. I don't, because I would really think about like if I needed to bring my camera. Because that's sort of how I would be. I'm like, oh, am I gonna take a lot of photos? Because the thing about it is like I don't want to have to worry about it if I'm out and about.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, I have my camera on me. Like I don't want to stay in a place for too long or blah blah blah. So probably not for that reason.
I remember there was a shot really like a few years ago of you taking a toy photo in the middle of like
Oh yeah,
busy traffic.
Ant-Man in San
Yeah.
Francisco. Oh, you're talking about doing toy photography in.
Well,
Like,
no, but like street photography in general. But like you could, I don't know if you would just end up doing toy photography anyway, or not bringing your camera at all.
like if I like had an idea that I really wanted to make happen, I would. Like if I knew like okay, like this is the spot. Like here's the spot that like where you could totally see like a turtle or something. Like
Yeah, there you go, New York Ninja Turtles.
Like, if the idea, if I wanted to make the idea happen enough, I would do it for sure.
I feel like you have the skill and props to just make that photo at home. Yeah,
Right
just with a backdrop and a building. It's like, why would I need to fly to New York?
I mean, yeah, that's something like kind of speaking to that. It's like in the beginning of doing toy photography, I was doing it just wherever outside, kind of trying to find places that looked like that would make sense for the character. But over time, like started getting into like shooting indoors and like indoor lighting, and then getting into dioramas and props, and then now I'm like on a kind of a different path in a sense. But when for whatever the idea is, if it's the right idea, like I won't like hold myself to being like, no, I'm just indoor. Like I'll go wherever to get it done. Whatever makes sense.
It's funny you mentioned indoor lighting because we were making fun of your lighting in your garage earlier.
I'm lit perfectly. Yeah, it's like I have all kinds of like equipment and lights in here that I could probably make it look cool in here. I mean, it is still the garage and like it's not my complete space, but yeah, I could do a lot better if I tried. But one day I'll be on a
One
stream
day.
and, and it'll be in a room and I'll have shelves in the back like that and stuff will be on display and I'll feel like, yeah, this is a proper backdrop for a unboxing stream.
Trevor says it was a little light at NYCC this year. No Hasbro, Mesco, Sideshow, Lego. NECA and Super 7 were cool though. A lot of fudge stands. Is that slang? Is that slang for something? Fudge stands? Or
Is it-
actual they were selling fudge to eat?
Or does he mean like shit booths?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that a thing? Is that
I
New
want.
York thing?
I hope. I hope he means shit. I hope he means shit booths. But
There are a lot of fudge stands around here.
I like the.
No Hasbro. No, there's Hasbro stuff there, right? No, I don't think there's Star Wars. I know the Marvel team is there. No Mesco is no comment. No Sideshow is weird. I think they have a lot of stuff. What was that laugh?
Because you're like no comment.
Yeah, no. NECA showed a lot of stuff. The Super 7 booth looks amazing. Like, there's so much stuff in there. That's so cool.
I know it might sound biased because I work there, but I really it's like I've never even been. Well, I've been in a Super 7 booth like prior to even working there, but I always like the presentation of everything for the Super 7 booth looks great. Not saying others don't look as good. I just seeing the booth and I'm like, oh yeah, it looks like it's just something to see. Like I take photos of all that mostly all that stuff and to see it like kind of like on a display like that in the booth. It's just a presentation of it all.
You know what I think it is? In the times I've had a chance to speak to Brian or even listening to his interviews, his idea of like how things should look on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
It's like ultimate lines can cross over and all be on the same shelf and kind of have look well together.
Yeah.
I think that's fully on display, so to speak, when it's on display at a show, because literally just like cool looking toys on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at it, it's like, yo, it was designed kind of like to look like this. And when you see it executed like that in like a good display with lighting, it's like,
yeah,
this looks freaking awesome, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the quality of how those are targeted being on full display.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor says Plunderlings is there. Yes, gotta love Plunderlings. Some awesome, fantastic toys. We're gonna talk about some of your stuff in the background for a second. Just want to catch up to the chat real quick. No Chewing is here. What's going on? Matthew Toy says, I've been to NYCC several times, and I think this year meeting all the homies made it better, and I got some fudge. What does that mean? Is this a sex thing? Is it? Oh, no, it's just fudge stands. Oh, that's less funny. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some pictures of the lineup of people trying to get in, and that's kind of stressing me out already. Like, I'm not even going, but just seeing it, I don't want to do that. But definitely when you meet friends, it just takes any of these trips to a whole new level. So Mario, I'm feeling the FOMO, same as you, dude. I wish I could be there. I think we've just had the luxury, the privilege of meeting up with each other before. So like when you see other people do it, like, man, I want to be there too. But there will be more chances. SDCC next year, Johnny?
Oh yeah, I had FOMO super bad this past year. I was like, damn man, I should have tried to go, but I just had like barely gotten over COVID. So
damn. Dom spent most of the day hanging with Dante from Infinity Equation. There you go. I think Hello There Toys is in their chat often, so you get to see people you met online for the last how many years. It's just a cool thing, right? Super 7 booth design was on point. Those yellow backdrops for the toys, there you go. Yoko says the team does an amazing job of setting up the booth, and I'm sure you're just there directing and supervising, Yoko. Oh, they let you display socks. I don't know why I stopped reading after the word display. They let you display socks. Did you just throw it onto the shelf like you normally do with cats? Just launched it? What do you do for Super 7, says Michael.
Oh, I take photos.
He is their go-to photo guy. I heard there's a super long line to get in, but when you get there at 11, I just want. Is it one of those things where you have to line up to get in at opening, but if you go in half an hour later, like everyone's already inside? Rude. If you haven't seen Yoko throw a cat, there is a quick clip of it on the most recent episode of Hunting Around, which is available on this channel. Feel free to go check that out right after this stream, and definitely catch up on that. It's not a joke. I want to say on that joke, but it's not a joke. It really happened, as indicated by this sequence of emojis in the chat. Yeah, I would love to go check out that booth. And like, there's like new apparel all the time. I love that stuff. What's next? What's next for you?
I'm gonna open the Joker.
This might go on my top 10.
I'm gonna have to
Just
stand
because your joke.
because I need my chair to like.
This might go on my top 10 because not only of how good it looks, but the fact that it convinced me to really get more into a brand that I normally do not collect. That's got to be worth something, right?
Yeah, that's awesome figure.
And like, look at the alt head. He's all pruny and old. Oh, he's got old man spots on the back of his head. And you can switch out the bandana on the back here. There's an alternate piece. Shorter.
And if you get the unarmored one, it has a slightly different expressions that you can just interchange.
You can swap?
Yeah.
Can you show it since you impatiently opened it?
Oh, he's got like more of a static face there. So that can just go. You can pop that onto the armored one. And
how's the range for his head?
It's not the best, honestly. It's on a ball joint, so he can.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I don't like when you go to like turn his head. It's a little. Yeah, it looks a little odd. Like it's hard for him to kind of like look down and to the side in a natural way.
Yeah.
He has like a thick ass neck.
Yeah, when you turn to the side, it does that turn, but you also start tilting upwards, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you for a photo, it's like you could pop it off and just tack it.
Mm-hmm.
If you sometimes I do stuff like that, but
I didn't even know this piece came off like that. I thought it was a whole head that you
the bandana, like there's a little piece there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just plugs in.
That's pretty sweet. All right, Joker. Is that show another one that made an impact on you, like Ninja Turtles?
Not as much. I definitely liked it, but it didn't have the same impact. No.
Really?
But with Ninja Turtles, it was toys than the show. It's like I had the toys before I saw the cartoon, and really, I think what drove it home was the movie. The movie like made it like a lifetime fan thing, like lifelong fan. Here it is in the packaging.
Damn.
Looks good.
I'll just sit here and open my 6-inch Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And what town is that? Is he from? What version?
Obviously, Tibidon Station. Ever heard of it? You call yourself a fan. Yoko, are you having good pizza in New York and eating all the crusts out there?
Yeah, you're not a fan. You're not a fan of crust, huh?
Nope.
And I'm sure you've explained why, but please elaborate one more time.
If I'm hungry and there's no other food, I'll eat the crust. If there's better food that I know is coming, I will discard the crust. It's just not that appealing. I don't feel like it's essential to eat.
So that tells me that you've never had like a crust that was like amazing to the point where you'd want it again. You'd want that to happen again.
Want the crust again? No.
Yeah, like you never had a crust where you're like, oh shit, like that was super good.
No. Yoko says this all the time. It's like, oh, that just tells me you haven't had a good crust. One time I had crust with the enablers in the US and it was like seasoned or which I've never had in Canada. So I'm like, this is great. And I ate a lot of it. And then the next slice I didn't. That's all. I still tried it. And it was delicious.
Actually, I'm probably looking forward to that version more than the one that I have.
The blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this look too. I like this look a lot better than that one. Because you've seen Obi-Wan in beige and tan and, you know, not that I hate it, but this is a nice change and it's a good looking blue. Someone said it was a floosh blue. Andrew House, does that last Ronin figure get enabler points for inspiring you to try new toy lines? I don't know. Would that count? I know Yoko is in the chat and Mario. If this figure inspires me to get more NECA, maybe, but who's getting the points? No one's getting the points for this purchase. NECA gets the points, unless Andrew, you work at NECA or something. I don't know how to answer that. It definitely would. If another enabler enabled me to get this, I think so. Did anyone enable you to get that Joker, or you just wanted it to try it out, Johnny?
I just wanted it. I saw it and I was like, "Yep."
I think it would be more fun. I think you would have more fun with that than a Batman.
We'll see. Yeah, but there's a lot of cool accessories in here. He's got a bunch of different heads.
Just don't go to Olive Garden? What do you mean? Olive Garden's the best. I can get a tour of Italy without having to fly across the world. Oh my gosh.
Arby's.
That's an awesome head sculpt.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good ones. He's got like the laughing.
That's perfect. Arby's has the best curly fries.
Huh. I like this one.
Oh,
I think I'll pop that one on.
Like that look paired with Mark Hamill's voice, it's like how's the articulation? I've never handled or even seen why is that the first pose you go to?
Just because you need to see if you can go woohoo. Living up, am I living up to the often corny?
I don't know, Chad. Does this live up to often or corny or both?
So he's got single jointed elbows and knees. But honestly, whatever, because it's Joker, not a big deal. He's on like a ball joint. His torso is on like a ball joint, so I'm like a toy reviewer right now. He can hinge forward this much and look up.
That's good.
Not too bad. I mean, for him, it's like he's not gonna do like. It's like, what do you want him to hit? Like a Bruce Lee kick? Can't.
Yes.
Do you? Let's see.
That is a big Joker. That might be the biggest Joker I've ever seen. Wait, I have a Hot Toys. No, that just looks comically large. Where's the double knees?
I don't really think it matters with this one, honestly.
I know, that's the joke.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's not how
Character. It depends on the character, right? Sometimes. I mean, of course, if it did have it, I wouldn't be like it shouldn't have them. But the fact it doesn't bother me that he doesn't.
Yoko said we were so tired after the show, we just go somewhere nearby.
Have you heard anybody call pizza in New York or in life?
Pizza? I can't. Maybe it probably didn't stand out to me. It probably sounded normal to me. I don't know why.
It's also the same reason you don't eat crust.
What does that mean? What does that even mean?
I'll leave it. I want you to let that one simmer for a little while.
Okay, I'm sure I'll find out the meaning later.
Yep,
this doesn't even have a hood.
Huh.
It's literally just a cloak.
So that figure though, like he's got the like, it's a single jointed elbow, but it's like a deeper cut, right? So he's got this thing.
So if you can do it.
Again, though, it's like, how dynamic of poses do you see him in the show / movies?
This is surprising. This outer piece is the soft plastic.
Does he have, like, can he crunch forward or anything? Like, I probably did a little bit. Is it on a ball joint? It looks like it's on a ball, or is it a hinge?
You can see right in there. It's a ball joint. Oh, it's stuck. It's not okay. It's going back. I don't think there's an ab crunch. It's a ball joint. I'm trying to see if there's a butterfly here. Because why else use a soft cloak?
So yeah, here's some other accessories for this Joker.
Awesome.
Then he's got single stick of dynamite. And then it's got some cards.
Nice.
With his
Joker
face.
cards.
It's got like an ice pick. A cartoon-looking bomb. And then the fish.
Gotta have Joker fish.
Then he's got a bunch of other hands that I won't show because it's not that interesting.
It's the best type of toy review.
Yeah.
Tell me about all the hands.
Do you think that would sell? So it's got this, and this, and then he can kind of do a Bruce Lee jumping kick pose, even though it doesn't matter because he's the Joker.
Yo, honestly, I've done a toy review where, I think it was a Mesco, where there's so many hands. I literally just held the plastic tray of hands, and just panned it across the camera like this. I'm like, and it comes with this many hands. Like, I feel like I wouldn't want to watch every single hand, and if you wanted to know, like, here you go.
Because I mean, especially like if you have a Gomez figure, it's like you pretty much know what hands he's gonna come with after having one.
Yeah. He's gonna flip you off, and he can hold all his stuff.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone say like, I wish Gomez had a hand that could use this accessory. Like, no, they all have it. They have like the kind of almost, they're not bendable, but they're like malleable, the fingers, so that you can open them enough to get the accessories in.
Yeah.
Comes with a backpack. Kenobi, does it open? I've had bad experience with backpacks on this show, so let's make sure that I thoroughly check. Oh, it does open. And it has a slot for, doesn't come with anything. You can put in stolen tuna steaks or whatever those space whale steaks are that he steals.
Space whale.
Can he put this on though, or what's the point?
I mean, he should.
Ooh, wait a minute. Here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. Yes. Hold on.
Huh.
There we go. No, please don't break it. Please don't break it.
Does he has a trigger finger, huh?
Yeah, so he can buy other accessories and hold them.
Does he have a blaster?
He does. He has
Oh.
one here. There you go. Yes. He bought it for Luke. It's the perfect scale. AI's Collectibles, have a great night, man. Thank you for always sending links. Now I just need a young Luke, which...
Good luck.
Can I use this?
Oh man!
Just make it look like...
Power of the Force.
Yeah. Look, it looks just like it.
That angle.
All right, here.
Zesty angle you got there.
Here you go, small child. Oh my god, I'm so glad I bought... Actually, this figure came with this model, which is what I bought it for.
You should put his arms back, and then you could just slip put his arms like this, then slip the backpack on
With the cape. All right, here we go.
Because the straps are
There's no other way.
no. He doesn't have butterfly joints, does he?
I feel like it butterflies a very little bit in the front, and that's why they have the soft. This looks good too.
Yeah, doesn't look bad.
I mean, like, all of this stuff could use a wash because he's in the desert and he hasn't bathed and he smells. Oh my god, I'm so happy with this purchase.
And you didn't even have to say Tibidon Station to the Toys R Us employee.
It's Tibidon.
Tibidon.
Johnny.
Tibidon.
Tracy's here. How's it going, Tracy? Earthlings on
nice.
Instagram. Fantastic Dio maker.
Yeah.
Recently was mentioned in a Guinness Book of World Records book. How awesome is that?
That's pretty crazy. That's awesome.
My Guinness World Record might be longest time on YouTube without learning how to do everything properly. There's no record for that. Luke gave a lightsaber to a baby, so none of them are great at parenting. Did he give a lightsaber to a baby? Luke? I don't know. Do you know of... you're a huge diorama collector. Have you seen Tracy's works?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, she does awesome work.
Tracy, I drove by Johnny Burger. Ironically, Johnny's here, but Johnny Burger is a burger joint here in Toronto that she made a diorama of. I tried to snap a photo while I was driving, and it was very dangerous. And I got a very blurry photo, so I didn't post it, but I was going to send it to you. All right, this thing is cool, man.
Yeah, definitely cooler than the one that I have here that I now have lost interest in opening because I saw that one.
Sorry? I have this Navarro diorama made by my good friends 796 Studios and High School Creations.
Nice.
And I think it can double for some sort of Tatooine-like setting.
Yeah. Get some like sand for your ground.
Well, let's talk dios for a little bit. I have, Tracy's here in the chat, and she's super awesome, and you have some a good collection of dioramas of your own.
I do.
I mean, I can show this skate park. Is it a skate park or a warehouse, or it doubles as
It's
both?
so the idea for it was a skate park warehouse. Um, my lights on. Yeah.
Like this thing is insane. You have the ramps inside. It doubles as a warehouse. I saw earlier you had a shot of Peter B up in the rafters
Yeah.
in
Like
the ceiling. Like
so.
this thing's got dimensions that it's
Yeah.
just multi-use.
So
It's
here
bananas.
you can see like here I am, and that's how big it is. It's crazy big. And then here's Vapor for scale. It looks pretty small. It's huge. And actually, like I don't even have it. It's actually longer than this. There's a whole other board that I can't even fit on this table.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So on this side, there's another piece to this. So this is like a loading dock area. There's another piece that like extends out
My
like a
God.
and what you can't probably see is there's like this stairway over here, which I will bring towards the camera so you can see it better.
And who made this? Who's the artist behind this diorama?
Euler's Workshop. Euler, he's if you know anything about dioramas or you follow people on Instagram, there's a good chance you've probably heard of him or follow him already.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Incredibly talented dude.
yeah, he's.
Oh, you don't want to see me.
I mean, so like the roof here, like these are all. It's three separate pieces. You can take them off, and you can light from the top here. Let's see. I'll take this piece off.
The lighting master.
So you can shine a light through there, and it'll look pretty cool.
Yeah. That's the size of a shield.
See that?
That is the size of like a small shield.
It's huge, and it's like it's sturdy too. Is the
And like it's detailed all the way around.
It is.
As a removable piece, he didn't skip out on anything. Euler's Workshop is the artist.
Let me just actually put that there, and then I'll raise this up a bit.
And then you can take those ramps out. I'm assuming those are all modular inside.
All modular.
Because like I want a warehouse dio of the inside because you can do Power Rangers fights inside. They fight inside a lot of warehouses and factories.
Take the ramps out. You can move.
Oh my God!
Completely modular. You can configure them however. There's a doorway over here and over there, and then probably like one of my favorite things so far about it. I mean, it's amazing. Are the windows back here?
Yeah.
And like having light shining through that. There's also like two windows up here that you can't really see because the angle. It's another fun thing to play around with. Like he said that he designed it with like my style of shooting in mind, and I'm like,
oh wow,
yeah. Like I'm finding more and more as I keep shooting, and I'm like, oh yeah, he definitely knew it was up because like I'm having so much fun with this thing. And it's like yeah, you take the ramps out, it's just it's a warehouse for whoever you want really. I mean, you can stick most characters in there, and then like that shot of the foot soldiers is just like that was in this.
Right, and then you used a bunch of props to simulate the back of a truck that you were unloading, right?
Yeah.
Dude, like seeing something like this, it's it's toy photography, but it's basically just a giant play set, like
yeah.
And watching you take photos, I mean, you're essentially what the regular world sees us doing. We're just playing with toys. So that whole oh man,
a flat rail. It's metal.
Die-cast.
And so here's another one. So I did a photo where I had burner like waxing this rail, and actually used candle wax. So
wow,
real wax. And then he also has he included this like fun box setup too, which is like magnetized, so you can configure
Jeez.
this. So I haven't actually used this yet, but when the right idea comes along, I will. And then yeah, it's like I could take all those ramps out, place that in there, or leave a few of them in there. And there's also these like air conditioning like ducts or whatever they would be called, which look really cool.
That is insane. Like, dude, honestly, like it is like a giant play set for figures, and you're just taking awesome shots of toys in it. Like, and that goes back to the whole point. Like, you know, you can post a photo and 1 like or 1,000 likes. At the end of the day, you're just in here playing and you're having fun doing that. And you just
100%. And like having a set like this, it just when I'm like setting it up, it feels like a mini movie set.
yeah.
And that's like one of my favorite things is like it feels like feels like I'm there in a sense. So
Oh my god.
this piece, which is like another detail that you don't see all the license plates.
What?
And so
You almost hit yourself in the face with that? I didn't even see all those license plates. That's killer.
yeah, it's on the inside. So when the angle that you're seeing it from is like that, and then on the inside of it, see all the little license plates.
Jeez. Yo, man, I'm gonna sell all my Mescos and get a diorama. Yeah, I'm not even joking.
Well,
I am not even joking.
That was always one of the like things I would think about. I'd be like, you buy all these figures and they're awesome, and then when it comes time to like, you want to like take photos of them, you're starting to be like, oh, like I would imagine this character in this environment, and like, chances are you don't have that.
Yeah.
Like,
why not actualize it?
Yeah, so that was like one of the things I would think about. I'd be like, what type of environments can I get that I could use for many things? I mean, even if it's like something very specific at first, like this, like I said, a skate park, a warehouse, which is pretty specific, but like it can be used for, I mean, the possibilities are endless, you know? So like the initial idea was specific, but it's not only that. I can use it for whatever. And that goes for like other dioramas that I have, like this from Lawless Studio. So
crazy.
I don't know, like if you had this, what's the first character that would come to mind for you?
I don't know, because of the rocks. I want to do some like Lord of the Rings shots, but there's no good figures. But I could see that.
So that's so initially, like you might think that, but then over time, like you find yourself like maybe you use Ronin on this. I don't know. You know? I mean, if you read the comic, there's some sense to that actually.
Where's my actually soundbite? Oh, I don't have one yet.
And he like detailed this like all the way around, like full 360, so you can shoot it from like any angle.
What do you mean? Let's not get carried away. I will sell all my Mesco right now. If someone buys them, I will sell all that Mesco right now and be like, "Yo, you know what? I would ask Tracy. I get in these. I get in these. Trade. No, Tracy. Let's. Are you free? How's your schedule looking? Rick Jones says Frodo. Yeah, that's what I kind of had an idea of.
So here's another piece from Wallace that you might have seen. That is also could be Lord of the Rings esque.
Some mountain cleavage, a valley of sorts. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep.
Like you can use, like you said, you can use them for all different angles, and it's just multi-use.
This one doesn't have that same 360 thing, but you can shoot it from the other. So like this would be the front, right? Or you could shoot like down into it. So
Yeah, and it gives you like a bit of depth too.
and you could connect, like you could have the other one in the distance, like that other snow one off, so it looks
The
like
snow one is Lawless Studios
yeah, yeah. This
without
one's
laws.
that's this one as well. This is a
This one's a
Lawless.
beast.
Yeah. So it's pretty big too. As you can see, I'm holding it. It's not small.
I do want more. What am I doing? What am I doing? I shouldn't be talking to you, Johnny.
And then I mean, this one's pretty far away, but like I don't want to take down, but like this gas station, which you've probably seen.
Oh, you can see the gas station all over your page. Let me see if I can find a shot.
I don't know if that helps. I don't know if it's bright actually.
Oh no, you know what? This one is probably my favorite of your most recent dios.
Oh yeah, you
One
want to see some of that
Galaxy.
one? That's from Galaxy Diorama Maker. He does awesome Star Wars dioramas and props.
So freaking good. He's got all the cables and things hanging down like you see in a lot of the shows.
Oh, that I feel like that part of it really brings that thing to the next level, in my opinion. Let me secure this thing, and I'll show you some of that.
Yeah, don't drop any of that. But like look at this detail up there. Like you see that in Star Wars. That's kind of the stuff you see when you go to Batu. They have at Disney they have stuff hanging down all over the place. Yeah, as a Star Wars fan, like this is just absolutely gorgeous. Johnny's an enabler. Yeah, I guess. Well, no, he's a Toymigo, so that prevents
All right.
him from officially.
So let me just
Look at this. This is a movie scene, dude.
yeah, that is. I'm gonna show you a piece of that Star Wars one that I don't think I've really fully shown.
Which stormtrooper is this? Hot Toys?
Yeah, that one in the front is the Jeddah Patrol Trooper. Sorry, check this out.
I didn't even know you mess with Hot Toys Star Wars. No, wait, that's not true. I know you took some skateboarding photos with Chewbacca.
I did. I for a period of time I was way more. So here's like one of the pieces I probably haven't really shown from that dial.
Wow.
Look how sick that is. And it's like wood again with like the cloth and like just a little like station.
You know, like this is why I'm jealous of people in
So-
California. You can use your garage for stuff and actually be out there all months of the year.
So he's gonna fall, but you get it. Yeah, you can like shine light from above or whatever. It's just such a fun diorama, and it was something that I felt like I wanted or needed for a long time, like a Star Wars diorama, because I stopped taking photos of Star Wars stuff for a while. I got kind of burnt out, but then like I kept thinking like as I got more into dioramas, I wanted something specific for Star Wars, and I came across Galaxy Diorama Maker page, and I saw the dial that I have now. And I think he tagged me in a video of it, and I was like, man, that thing is insane. And like eventually I hit him up and I was like, hey, like would you be into commission, doing commission? I was looking to get a Star Wars diorama, and then he was like, what did you have in mind? And I like literally like forwarded him his own video of
It's like this.
and I was like something like this, and he's like, oh, do you he's like, would you want to buy this one? I was like, yes.
That was easy.
I said yes, and then I was like, shit, what's the price? But like I said yes, so I was like,
And we talked about this before, like not just because you do photography professionally for toys that you buy this stuff. Like again, you enjoy doing this on your own, even for non-professional purposes. And it's funny because we've been, oh shoot, with the remote lights, we've been talking about stuff like this for a long time. We're talking about lenses and camera gear, and
Yeah.
we're both Sony, and you've definitely got the more high end of the glass there. But it's always been like, yeah, if you're doing this on a professional level, um, it's worth it to invest in that for your photography. I think glass is, for camera gear, glass and lighting is super important, right? The camera body will only give you more features,
Yeah.
like
You you would have like once you're in on a brand or you find whatever you like, whether it be Canon, Nikon, Sony, whatever it may be. If you like the format and whatever, then I would say like if you're really into it, then you would want to invest in the lenses, whatever. I mean, it's expensive, but that's where you'll see like a quality difference, a major like change usually.
mhm.
I mean,
What's up?
obviously, reiterate that the equipment having nice equipment is great, but it's not going to do all the work for you. Not saying
No.
anyone's asking, but like that's something that I've come across over the time of doing this is like people saying just like ignorant things like, oh, like his photos look like that because he has Loom Cube or because he has a whatever camera. And
That's usually just Ernie because he's
right,
salty about LoomCube.
as he should be. uh but like it's just like if you were to tell like you tell a basketball player that he's only good because of the shoes he wears.
Yeah,
it's
you get laughed at.
it's the tool. It's a tool to create the art. It's like
Mhm.
if someone told a diorama maker that their dials are good because of the foam that they use or something, or they have a foam cutter so they're able to. You're gonna make shit happen if you really want to make it happen
Yeah.
with what you have. And like yeah, I mean, I started with using like my phone. I didn't even know how to use a camera, a DSLR at all, and I just learned along the way. So
I want to say what's up to Finn in the chat. How's it going? Another great photographer putting some great photos out for the Enabler album and album cover photo challenge. I wanted to make sure I said that right and not get banned from the YouTube. We've said worse.
oh
Val says you could open a Dio studio. Yeah, you should just open like a museum,
that
like
would
an art
be
gallery.
a super fun idea, but also probably make me nervous. If someone was like paying for him, I'd be like, okay, but it's like I'd be like, all right, later, Dario. Like, if I had I'd be like I'd be watching him like, don't fuck up the Dio, please.
Get away from there!
Don't fuck
Like
up.
no one's allowed near the stuff, and it's the worst show ever.
I mean, I've definitely like some of the dials I have, I've dropped or they've like something's happened to them, not like catastrophic, but just like oh shit, like had a couple oh shit moments with some of the stuff. And there's the Mummy Mikey, and that's like
I love
go back to the that Snake Eyes photo. So I just because I'll show that. So that mountain range in the back is also made by Lawless. I'll show it to you. It's such a fun piece to have. So it's also like angled, so you can. So I've shot it kind of like this before.
Damn.
It's just, and obviously you can tell it's big.
Are all these people local to you?
No,
like-
Lawless is in North Carolina, I think, maybe East Coast.
What I love about a lot of
Oh,
your shots is you can crop in really tight on the subject and use a small portion of the diorama, but you also sometimes do like a wider shot, which showcases more of the setting and
yeah,
like a lone figure on there.
yeah.
And when you have such big dioramas, do you ever look at it and be like, what do I want to do here? Do I want to crop it in? Or you're like, I want to showcase how beautiful this diorama is, or just setting a whole scene to kind of step back a bit.
Yeah, I think like it just case by case, like idea from idea to idea, it just depends on like what I'm trying to go for. But I think like when I first got the skate park, I definitely wanted to show like that it's kind of larger, like it's a
Mhm.
big piece and that like it seems vast. Like when the characters in it, it's like, oh shit, that's like a big warehouse. And so I would shoot like even like some there was like if you scroll up like one of the photos, one of the first ones, go down a little bit more. That cousin or right right next to the foot soldier one. Oh wait, no, sorry, right next to Popeye.
Right next to Popeye.
Yep. So that one, I actually cropped in on that, but it's actually that the actual photo is a little bit wider than that. Like you can see more of those doorways.
Hmm.
There's like three archways there. You could see all three of them, but then I kind of thought like for Instagram, it's just tough because people are usually looking at it on their phone, and if it can get lost, like they'll just be like, "Oh, the figure looks tiny," and it just doesn't hit as much. I feel like you would need to see that printed on a wall to really like absorb the whole scene. So,
Hmm.
so sometimes I think about that at times when I'm posting, like, because if I'm shooting with a macro, then obviously I'm cropped in.
Oh, that answers this
Not
question.
perfect
Do
timing
you
for that question. I didn't even see that, but I do shoot with a macro.
planned it?
Um, but then if I'm shooting with like a 50, more of the environment. Usually, I'm trying to show more of the environment, and so I'll kind of just try to like make that decision of do I want to crop in on this or am I going to crop in on this? Can I
Hmm.
what can I live without showing if I'm going to put when I post it on Instagram? Like make sure all the elements that I absolutely want the viewer to see are going to be in there, even if it's cropped. And so
Yeah, because sometimes I've picked your brain before. Like I sent you a shot or two, and you'd be like, "Oh, well, you want to try?" I think it was like a Han and Leia um, on a Death Star scene that I had, and you're like, "You want to try cropping it in uh, just on the two figures," and it's just getting your just seeing how it works and getting your whole perspective on it is it's very introspective. Does that make any sense? No. Sketches Toy Corner. How's it going? Thank you for tuning in. Um, Mario wants to know, Johnny, any acid rain photos in the future? Mario's deep into that.
I know
Adam is talking about those figures often. Um, any interest in those?
I have I have a ton of them actually. I don't know if you knew that. I have a lot of them. And I have shot them in the past, and I really do love that line. And it's something that I'm always comes across my mind from time to time. I'm like, yeah, I really want to like set some time aside and just focus on that and just get like a bunch of photos of that stuff. So yeah, it'll happen for sure. I don't exactly know when. I kind of yeah. Again, just like most of my ideas when the right one comes along, like I will make it happen. I'll stop like if I was doing something, I'm like, okay, I need next time I shoot, it's gonna be that. Or if I'm free at the moment, I'm like, I'm doing this now, or I'm gonna see what happens if I set this up. I never want to force anything.
Hmm.
Like I'll I'll just wait. Again, I'll just wait. I'll wait until like I want, like for instance, like I want to shoot the Ronin figures. I know I do, and I kind of have some vague ideas floating around in my head, but like nothing's really
Oops.
like, really stood out to me yet. So I mean, I obviously just barely got them, but like I opened that unarmored one the other day, and I actually thought like I was maybe going to shoot it that day at some point, and I didn't. And I was still kind of like thinking about ideas, and I was like looking back at the comic, kind of like just looking for like kind of inspiration, just like ideas or whatever. And some things started to click, but I didn't set anything up. But when the time is right, I will.
Nice. Yeah, those are very photogenic figures.
They will, yeah, for sure. And I have, luckily, fortunate to have the types of environments that would make sense for them. I have like sewers, multiple sewers. So I have a lot of fun. Like I like to like piece different dials together at times, like from different people. It just kind of happens that way sometimes where I'm like, okay, I have this wall here. If you go to like that Rorschach photo, if you pull that up,
or down this one.
Yep. So where the garbage can is, like you could see the wall is white. So that's from Diorama Boy, like in the ground here as well. I'm pointing like, and you could see what I'm doing without make any sense. The like archway there is from made 1979 Customs. Aaron,
Okay.
he made a sewer diorama for me, and that's part of it there. So now it's just out in a street. And then the thing that's in the background there is from 78 Points of Articulation. It was like his first alleyway diorama.
Mhm.
That's not obviously super in focus or anything. It's pretty out of focus, and you kind of can't tell. But it just looks like the opposite side of a street from the way that the curb is. So that's the different dioramas right there from 3 separate people. And it's just becomes fun. It's like world building. It's just like, oh, what can I use to, make it?
Yeah, just what you have at hand to create something.
Yeah,
from multiple parts.
and I think like over time, after you have a diorama for a while, like you start to really think outside the box with it. It's like its first intended use. You've probably done, a handful of ideas like that already, and then you really start to like think, or you'll get a character that you're like, I don't know what to do with this, but maybe I could make this look like that by using this very specific piece of this diorama to make that idea happen. And so I have a lot of stuff. Lucky enough to have a lot of stuff to do that with, more than I did a few years ago.
Yeah, you can store, you're out in the garage there. You can have all these different play sets. I'm just gonna call them play sets because you're just having fun in them, right? I mean, that's what a play set should be.
That's an accurate way of putting it. Yeah, it's yeah.
You know what? I feel like. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, if I were to spend $350 or $400 on a HasLab or like a diorama, it's like, what would I have more fun with, and what would I get more out of?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, to everyone, you'd ask 10 different people, you get 10 different answers with that question, but like, my answer.
It's only 2 options.
You know where I would go with that, and so like taking photos and like getting a good photo, taking a photo that you're excited about. The feeling that I get from that is like a feeling that I used to get when I rode BMX bikes for a long time, and when I would land a trick or learn something new, like that feeling that I would get from that, it was like, that's the type of feeling I get from taking photos. Like when I get something that I'm excited about. So like I'm kind of chasing that high. So Often, maybe
Often,
not.
many times this evening.
Uh,
What toy has you excited that's upcoming then
like
on
not
that
out.
note? Not out.
Hmm. Uh, I don't. I'm a
Everything.
I'm a
I guess the
weirdo when I'm kind of a weirdo when it comes to this question because I'm kind of like the very like it's all about like what am I into right now, not next.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
I mean, right now I'm like obviously I'm gonna probably go on a little like run with these Ronin. I kind of think that's gonna happen. Where I'm gonna take a bunch of photos of these Ronin figures, have a lot of fun with that. I will say though, those is it the Mirage turtles that NECA showed? Those comic turtles.
Oh yeah.
I'm real into those. Like I wish I had them right now.
That
So
counts. That's the answer. That
okay,
counts.
there you go. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I can't get into those comic ones as iconic looking as they are.
I I think that I'm gonna really get into that comic line because I got the Casey Jones, the comic one, and I like that one. I like the way it looks. It's cool. I really hope that they reissue their old comic turtles
The
because
ones that had like crazy knockoffs
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. I
Yeah.
want because they're crazy. Like you look on like eBay, like if they're authentic, the prices are crazy. I just maybe I should sell something. Maybe I should do what you did. I just
Hey, we're both here to inspire.
I want
Me
I
to
want
a
the black
less
and white
artistic.
ones too, even though I know I probably wouldn't really do anything with them, but they just are
Yeah,
cool. That's something that I feel like I could just I'm cool with just having more of on the collector side of things, even if I don't.
displays.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
it never got those. I mean, I have some bootleg of the not the black and whites, but yeah, the regular
yeah.
turtles.
And then they had bootlegs where they painted up the masks with the
Yeah, those are
colors.
the ones I have, and I'm like kind of just now I'm like, man, I wish I just had the red ones.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
it
just
makes
applied the TV show colors to
yeah.
it. I get it, man. You have some crazy sewer dios too. I love all your turtle stuff. Basically, most of your work.
So
Most
so
of it.
the dio that I got from Made 1979 Customs, Aaron, he also when he was making it was like thinking about the way that I like to light things, and he made it. It's definitely fun to shoot, and one of my favorite parts about that diorama is like it has a roof and a manhole cover, and I love to like
Oh no way.
shine light through that thing. And there's like I do it whenever I shoot it. I pretty much try to incorporate that into the photo somehow because I'm just obsessed with like the beam of light that can come through that thing. I'm pretty obsessed with like light rays and things like that, or
Yeah.
I can be at times. Um, I have one from another dial from Lawless. It's like a sewer bunker, and it has like a grate. Like one of the ceilings has this grate, and I like to like shine light through there, and then like shoot some like atmosphere aerosol in there, and it just like the light rays that just come out of it. It's just
Right.
yeah.
Man, all this dio talk. I
Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this thing, this light wand, because it's not Loom Cube,
Oh, okay.
but it
Because
is.
we can only talk about Loom Cube on this channel.
I'm just saying. So
It's a
it
lightsaber.
has its own remote. Yeah, it does look like a lightsaber. But it has like all these. So here's the remote, and
That looks like your phone.
so you can
Oh, that's
see that like
crazy.
you just hit the different colors, like it'll just immediately and you can like you can control the whole thing from this, but it also just has like regular, like that's super bright. Hold on a second.
Godox. Look how well lit your whole room is now. Turn it back around, the light the other way.
Well, actually, that I just turned the light down, but hold on a second. Boom. Yeah. Oh yeah. So here, let me get a better look
Here
at
you go.
this thing real quick.
Nice. Do
This
you
thing-
find that useful that you can hold it?
This thing, yeah. I mean, I can also attach it to one of these C stands that I have right here, which, so like this.
Yeah,
So if you have the space to have one of these, I have two of them right here.
I do not.
I don't really have the space, but
I don't have this.
I love them so much that I'm just like, I don't give a shit. They're so useful. Like I can put this light like inside this thing. So like I can angle it in ways that I wouldn't have been able to before, and then it's like on a
I can't see shit, dude. Just turn your
Oh.
lightsaber back on.
Hold on. This light should turn on. Unless it's dead. Oh.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, but then this thing is like I can just swing it around. It has a pretty good reach. You can raise it up and all that stuff. I could like stick it into there if I need to. It's just made like being able to light things more versatile for me,
Yeah,
and that has made a difference in my work. I feel like being able to get lights where I couldn't get them before, in a sense. Just having the versatility of this thing is super useful. And I can attach this thing to that as well, and same thing. I could like maneuver it around and just
nice, man. Yeah, definitely when you have the lights going through the different, for lack of a better term, orifices of these dioramas, it's definitely more dramatic in the end result of your shot, man.
yeah. So you got like green, blue. Push up a button, which is nice.
Does
Also,
it have strobe?
I'm pretty sure it does. Let's see. This one, I think this mode, it's just going to cycle through the different colors. Yeah, this is like, I think this is supposed to be like lightning. I don't know if this is like a weird, this one's lightning, it says.
For video, I guess? Yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, there's a lot of effects on here. I never even messed with. I never even looked in. Like I never even.
Yeah, a lot of those lights have features that we wouldn't use for photography. Like
No.
there's like ambulance or siren or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said we. Like I take photography, but you know,
Yeah,
I still
but-
think that way.
You're going.
let's see.
What about? But I saw that the Toys R Us diorama that you got from Tracy.
Yeah,
Any plans to take any photos with that?
I need to do like a video on it. It's just I'm stuck in this eternal mess in here that I can't even move, and like I won't be able to show how nice the whole thing looks. So I'm really hoping once I declutter and sell all my Mescos, if anyone's buying still, and make some space, like I have a dedicated. This table is supposed to be a dedicated workspace for shooting, but right now it's just figures that I opened and they're just there, and there's a hard drive, some other dioramas that like I don't feel like I can do a proper video that it deserves.
Hmm.
Like I have random diorama pieces.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, props is a whole like it's like a whole other thing too. Like having props to fill out a diorama.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I
extreme.
3D printed this.
Oh, nice.
It's a bitch to 3D print something like this.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it. I bet it is.
Because you have to put supports on all these little overhang parts. It's a nightmare. This is one of the few and last diorama pieces I printed and painted.
Yeah, it's
But
like
I think it's fun.
I immediately just like I think of like Daredevil when I see that.
Daredevil. I'm glad I still have this. He's partying. I was trying to get him to do like a stomping down from the air pose. But yo, there's like Hasbro PulseCon and today the first day of NYCC. What have you seen in the last week and a half that was just like not pre-orders, but you're just like you've seen new stuff that got you excited, if any?
Well, today I saw NECA basically, well, not reveal, but like I guess full reveal of the Invisible Man Donatello from the Turtle Monster line.
Is it on their page?
Yeah, which is it's the last turtle, the best turtle in my opinion.
Oh, I was going to ask you that, but I kind of had a feeling.
Which is cool because like for me, in the original toy line, there was 2 waves of monsters, and Mikey was the original Invisible Man figure, which was a great figure, super cool. Mikey's not my favorite turtle though, so having this one as Donatello is even better.
Does he have an invisible shell
Yeah.
with pizzas inside?
Yep. And he comes with like clear feet and a couple like clear hands.
Yeah.
And one of the masks is hollow, which is cool. So
That's awesome.
I'm wondering if you could somehow get like
A really small light.
Yeah.
But would he be illuminated from the inside?
I don't know. Just might be cool.
Jack-o'-lantern?
Yeah, it could. I don't know. Might not even make sense, but it might.
I really like the hand swaps though. That's dope.
Yeah, it'll be a fun figure. It doesn't look like you'll be able to get anything in there, unless that can come in like it's in 2 separate pieces or something.
Drill up from the neck.
Yeah.
Oh, TGRI book.
I didn't know.
That's cool detail.
That's cool.
Microscope.
Yeah, just having like I could already see it. It's just like you could have some like cool lighting, and then have him like have his clear hand in the light to like make it glow.
I've seen this 4 times. I just realized this is Casey Jones.
Yeah.
What a dummy. Like, why else would he have a giant goalie stick?
I'm not like super into that one. That Casey. They had
if
like
I get it, it'll just be the Turtles.
Yeah.
Is this DGDX? It's Timmy. This is awesome. Like,
yeah.
Killer work by DGDX, and props to NECA for recognizing how awesome that looks and turning into a toy commercial.
Yeah, that's super fun.
Rad Toyologist, how's it going? You're going to catch us on the replay. I appreciate that. Thank you. Jarhead says, was wondering if you do any outdoor photos with your figures.
Yeah, I do, but not as much as I used to.
You got all these fun play sets to play with. Like,
I mean, I could take those outside too, and I've taken some of them outside. I mean, that one Stormtrooper shot was outside with like the Hot Toys one.
Yeah,
that was outside.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Did you want to open anything else?
Yeah.
Did you open 2 again?
I opened 2.
I opened 2 too, and we've been talking for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think we just like hanging out,
Yeah.
and opening the toys is just a side thing, man. What else did you even have?
I had that Cad Bane from the Bad Batch, and then I have that Obi-Wan, the not as cool one. And-
Right, because that's irrelevant now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
whatever, gives a shit one. I actually had a what was it called again?
If you've seen one Cad Bane, you've seen all of them.
Dark Trooper. Which I'm kind of like, yeah, I did want this, but I'm like, yeah, but is it just dumb to only have one? And is it even dumber to just like start army building something that I don't necessarily care about?
And it's a little bit pricier too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna army build these unless I see them on clearance or something. Even then, I'll probably still think like, but what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, you really got me rethinking more dios. I do this at the end of every episode. I'm just like, just get hyped on whatever the person was talking about.
Still haven't opened that. You're kind of sort of.
Oh yeah, with the wings
Yeah.
and Thylog. I think.
No, I wonder what the correct way to pronounce that is.
Anyone in the chat know? Am I saying it wrong? I probably am saying it wrong.
Is it Taylog? What do you say? Thalog? Might be Taylog.
Thai, like Thailand?
Yeah.
No.
It might be Thalog.
Yeah, I really want to do this video for the Toys R Us diorama because there's like a cool twist on the back that Tracy put on there too.
Oh, nice.
And it's like, maybe I should look at that side and get an idea. But right now, it's my display for my top 10s of the year. I really got to sell some toys. Who needs Mesco Batman? I've posted a bunch. This is a good time to use this platform and go buy some Mesco Batman from my IG page.
You think you're done? Taylog.
That's still like Thaylog?
Tay.
Tay?
Is it Log?
Stop. Stop.
Taylog.
Sorry, you're saying, am I done?
Are you done with Mesco? Done. Like you're like, I'm out forever.
I have 89 still on pre-order. I have Gotham by Gaslight, which I'm pretty stoked about, but at the same time, I'm like, it's been so long. Has the novelty of it worn off? Who knows? But the Joker from that matches with it is really awesome. I kept him. I didn't sell him. I have Vapor that I've kept. Casino Gomez, because he's like James Bond. Like you said, it's the figure itself, not necessarily the Roach dude. So the Bond-like secret agent in the white tux, that's like a classic Bond look for me, right? So kept that. I've whittled down the Batman that I want to keep to 3 from 13. So there's a bunch that I'm willing to get rid of still. And I know Josh is in the chat. He wants my DC Justice League characters, but that's not going to happen. Other than that, none of the new releases excite me now that the goggles have been removed.
Well, I guess my question more specifically is do you think that you will buy any moving forward? Like, are you done doing that?
Yeah, pretty much. Like in the past, probably I would have gotten Union or some of those characters they announced in that Mesco Con thing. Some of those look cool, but before I think it was just like, I'm a fan of this brand and these characters are cool. And now it's just like, these characters are kind of cool. I'm not a huge fan of the brand. So, again, that's 100 whatever US, that's 130 Canadian I could put towards more Pokemon. I don't know what the hell I'm into.
A diorama.
Should I just save buy my Mesco so I can get a diorama, please, and have no space for it.
If you could just like, what would be a diorama that you would want? Like what do you think you would go for?
I don't even freaking know.
it's kind of it's yeah. Usually, I feel like unless I have a specific idea, I just see something that they're doing, an artist is making, and
Yeah.
well, like, oh, that looks cool. Like I would like to, shoot with that. But
No, I get it. But like I'm into Star Wars and then I'm into like comic booky stuff and Power Rangers.
yeah,
So what could really work with all of those themes?
I think like the comic book stuff, you can get just like I don't want to make it sound like cheap, but it's like a generic like urban city environment, right?
Building.
Do
Yeah.
you can do like Batman stuff there. You can do Spider-Man stuff, comic, whatever, turtle stuff. So that would cover a lot of ground probably,
Hmm.
just with like that. And then Star Wars, yeah, that's obviously more specific, but you can go Star Wars like buildings type stuff,
Yeah.
or you could go outdoor Star Wars environments, which is more general. Like some of those lawless pieces that I have,
Yeah.
I could put Star Wars characters in there, no problem, and it
Hmm.
wouldn't seem out of place or anything like that. Power Rangers. Well, I guess Power Rangers could also work in those environments too.
Yeah.
The lawless ones. But Power Rangers also work in like the city environment too.
Honestly, the inside of your warehouse it's a setting that I've seen in a lot of Power Rangers where they're fighting in a factory, like an
Oh,
empty
really?
factory. Yeah. So that would double up too. Yeah, I mean that that would be a problem like if I could only get one, which I guess was the your question. Just
One
getting people.
one thing I will say that at least for me is like those lawless dios, like they are what they are. They're not modular. They don't break down anymore. That's what it is. It's one piece, and that's fine. But like it's definitely like useful. Like this whole thing, this skate park, it breaks all the way down.
This whole thing? Yeah.
Whole thing, yeah. And if it didn't, I don't know where the hell I'd put it. It would be tough. It would be. I would say it would still be worth having because it's amazing, but
Hmm.
it would be a little bit annoying to have that thing have to be that big all the time, and that is what she said. So,
I think I have to consider what my favorite things to collect are, and that would be like Star Wars and comic stuff.
yeah, that's a good place to
Spider-Man,
start.
X-Men. I'm sorry?
That's a good place to start because then you know the characters well enough, and then you could like you're kind of referencing with the Power Rangers, like the warehouse. It's like environments that you would see them in, and that you would then want to have
Mhm.
to shoot them with. So no,
Yep.
being familiar with what you like is going to help you decide what you might want.
It's crazy because it's toy photography, but you can do it so differently. Like when I look at your stuff, you have a beautiful setting, you're creating a scene, like an image. Whereas, talking about Power Rangers, you look at stuff like Geeky Fresh or D Amazing, where they do like a Power Ranger fighting a whole army of goons, and
Mhm.
it's really cropped in, and you don't really get much of the Dio or the environment, and it's more about like one ranger beating the shit out of a whole bunch of people or two or three of them, and it's
Uh-huh.
like that's just cropped in real tight, and it's like it's just so different. And
Oh yeah,
you think of stuff like that, like you don't need
there's so
a
many different
giant
styles.
elaborate, yeah,
No,
detailed dio, and all of it is just amazing work. It's like stuff that I wish I had, that I could do or had more time to do, but man.
I will say like with the action, the fighting scenes like that, it to me it does make more sense to have it close up like that, to be like
Mhm.
in the fight like that. Because if you pull back, I feel like you're gonna lose that sense of like intensity that's coming from it
Yeah.
being in your face like that.
No, intensity was the exact word I was thinking
All
too.
about the action shot.
Yeah, and I think yours are like just it's like almost a tableau. It's just painting a picture.
Like this line, the death gas station line. Are you
Yeah,
familiar with this line?
only because of your page.
This line basically, that's what made me want the gas station. That's what made me think like, oh, I want something that these guys I could shoot these characters in, and that was just like an easy like, oh yeah, gas station would be cool. And then also on top of that, it was something unique. That was like, oh, no one else that I've seen has a gas station.
No.
So that's an added plus for me, because like having something that stands out or a unique piece is also cool. And then even for the artist, the diorama artist, like oftentimes like they'll probably be into it too because it's something that it's like maybe a challenge for them, or it's something it just breaks outside of the mold of what they're used to doing, whether it be like a alleyway or you know I remember like when I talked to Terraformer about that gas station, I feel like I remember him saying something like, man, like I've just been doing so many like trees, like because he makes them all the time, and it's just like, yeah, it's cool, but it's like it's not, it probably loses the fun after a while. You keep doing
Mhm.
it. And so this was like something new that he hadn't done, and probably like exciting in a sense.
Yeah,
It's
he put a lot of different details into that thing.
yeah, I it's that one is really crazy as well. Like when you see, like it's not as easy to like, I mean it's big too. It's not as big as that, but it's pretty big, and like you can go inside the actual like gas station, and there's like lights in there and stuff.
Do you? I'm not gonna spoil She-Hulk, but do you watch it?
Yeah, I just haven't. I haven't seen the latest episode.
Okay, okay. Let me know once you've watched it because I wanted to see uh, something that relates to dioramas.
Oh,
So
okay.
let me know once you watched it, and then I'll ask you.
All right.
All right. It's like, want to go another like 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
Sure.
10's good. Yeah, 10's
Yeah,
good.
sure.
Let's not get nuts. Yeah. Buy my Mescos. I'm going to start saving up some cash and get like a good, I don't know what type of dial. Damn it.
Has anyone ever came on for an unboxing and just like brought like one pop figure or something? Like, has that ever happened? And what would you? I mean, you're not gonna
One
like
one pop figure?
just like, oh, like what do you got? Like you're like, hey, what are you gonna be unboxing tonight? And they're just like, it's one thing. They're like, oh, I got this.
No, I don't think so. I don't even know how that would happen.
I know, because then you would, I don't know, would you have to like bite your tongue initially, and because you'd probably want to be like, I mean, you probably think that's fucking it or what? Why? Right? It's like you'd probably be like, dude, why did you fucking bring this thing on here? But like,
If they did, I'd be like, yo, you better be interesting as hell. Like
you better take at least a half hour to just get the lid open there.
or like have a be like a stand-up comic and have a whole set ready to go, because if that's all your own, no, I think for the most part people when they come on they're like, oh man, like how much stuff do I need,
Yeah.
and it tends to be more than it time permits,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. I don't think anyone's come on with one pop toy.
What about like, has there been a time where like it's been more like it's been so obviously this show right now we've opened 2 figures each. We have more, we could be opening more, but we're not, we're because we're just talking. But
Or not.
has it ever happened where like that was more, the opening was more the focus and there's less conversation because it's just like, oh, just keep opening, because then there's it's I would find it hard to be able to like keep opening things, but then like hold a conversation at the same time, or like
Hmm.
really be able to like absorb what you're saying. Because you're like opening it, it's loud. You're like if you're like asking some question, it's like the noise of it, and then you're not really probably hearing the other person.
It's a weird balance. I used to open probably like 5 to 6 figures an episode, maybe more.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized I wasn't appreciating, part of it was I wasn't appreciating each toy that I was opening because I was just blowing through it.
Yeah,
So I've tried to make a conscious effort to kind of make it less and enjoy it and really look at the detail.
yeah,
And like you said, at the same time, I'm trying to carry on a conversation. If I'm looking through the stuff, I'm not even really looking at that, and I'm not really seeing what I'm opening, but
mm-hmm.
I'm trying to keep the conversation going, which is also important because I don't know who in the chat right now is here like shut up you two, I just want to see more toys. I know sometimes we don't get to the toys for like 30 minutes because like we're just intro and just chatting, and sometimes people have to remind me like, so
You
we
gonna open
unboxing
it?
tonight or is unboxing Thursdays or what? I'm like, yeah, okay, good point. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get to it. But yeah, I don't think quantity is the route here to open as many things as I can, because there are times when I've opened a Mesco on stream and was like, yeah, okay, and like I didn't enjoy it because I was just talking, and there's like 400 accessories that I didn't really go through each thing,
yeah. You
and
like don't even know what it comes with
yeah,
necessarily. Yeah,
and that's not a Mesco thing, that's a me thing. There's a lot of good stuff in those boxes, but
yeah,
it's like, yo, why did I spend money on this if I'm not appreciating this or even looking at it or using it?
mm-hmm.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
So I've been trying to tighten it up.
yeah. No, it's a good point. I think for me, like like I was saying, like I'll open it and I'll just kind of like set it down. Oh,
Steve says that was me waiting for you to get through an entire pack of Pokemon cards. Look.
like showing each one, you mean? Because I could see the like how that would be like. I'd be like, dude, get through the fucking deck already.
Are you one of like, I've watched box breaks on YouTube,
uh,
and I want to see the card. Sometimes people just shuffle through and get to the
you know, I feel
special
like
card or the insert.
here's this. You go pack of 10. You're like, here's this one, and then you
Yeah,
go, show them.
yeah. I don't want to be the guy who's just like shuffle through and get to the hollow or get to the whatever insert.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that doesn't work. Sorry, Steve. No, I'm kidding, man. I love you and Richie. Those cards were slow. Look, this is episode 120. I'm hoping most of these episodes there's something that you enjoy, and sometimes there's something for other people. I mean, I'm just getting into Pokemon stuff. I just wanted to open some cards. It's still yeah, I know. We went on with Pokemon for a long time.
Opening like packs of cards is like it's super nostalgic for me, even though I haven't done
Yeah.
it for a while. But just like you're a kid, you buy whatever it may be. Sport might be sports, but like I collected like hockey cards for a period of time when I was a kid, and I would just have loved opening them. My dad bought me like a box, like a case once, and
Yeah.
but he would
You
keep
can get like a whole cardboard box from like CVS or something, right?
yeah, and he bought one of those, and he would like hoard them. He would keep like he would ration packs out like if I did something good or like did a chore, like he would use them as like currency almost. It would be like
Yeah.
when, but in my mind, I'm like, there's fucking unopened packs of cards in that room. The room, in my dad's room. I need like the want to just go in there and like fucking just like open them all at once. I never like got over that feeling. Like I'll get one at a time and like a crack fiend and be like, ah! Like you open the pack and you're like all excited, and then it's
Yeah, you're
over.
like, come on, more.
And then once it's over, you like you put it in. Well, I had a binder, so I'd like put them in the binder, and then that was that. It was like
Yeah.
the exciting part was over. So then I'd be thinking about that box again. I'd be like, but that box has more. And like as a kid, don't really have any money, so it's not like I could just go to like the comic shop or something and buy more packs. But actually, I've
Yeah.
thought of doing like I'll every now and then I'll like just think about like all the Marvel cards I used to collect, and I have like a binder. I still have my binder.
Yeah. Me
You
too.
know, I'm like, man, I really would like to just buy a box of like some old like 90s like Fleer Ultra or something.
Yeah.
They're fucking expensive. I don't know if
Like
you would.
$200 more.
Yeah, are they? Because I'm like, shit, I probably would have bought it at that point. But I mean, not to say that's not expensive, but I would have been able to be like, yeah, that seems.
It's like a time capsule because you're
Yeah.
just opening stuff from 92
Oh,
to
just
93.
ripping open the pack and just seeing it's just right. Yeah, the whole like memory, all the memories I have of that. It's like riding my bike down to the comic shop, like stopping at like the store to get like candy or something, and then going to the comic shop, and like I would always be worried that I didn't have enough money to buy a pack of cards, and they were gonna be like, your total is $2.33, and I would have like $2.25, and I'd be like sweating and being like, what can I do? I always had like irrational thoughts like that as a kid, man. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough money. I would count my money like 10 times. I'd be like, and then I would like, they'd tell me the total, and I would like count it like all nervous and be like, is this enough?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was always fine, but I would just, for whatever reason, I just always would be like, what if I didn't have it? I think like I wanted the pack of car or whatever it was so bad that I couldn't like imagine. I wouldn't know what to do if that couldn't happen. Like if I just got there and I forgot like some of the money at home or some stupid irrational thought like, oh, I thought I left the house with five.
So many things to worry about.
Oh yeah,
And well, I guess not for a child.
yeah. I would like to say that some of that is gone away as an adult, but maybe not all of it.
No, often corny. You have. I hope that you can come out here to Toronto one day, or if not, I'll see you at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I still would like your autograph on your photography, your book that I have here. It's been waiting here for years, waiting for you to autograph it.
Yeah.
Is that people still get that on
Yeah.
bookstores, Amazon?
Mm-hmm. Yep. 10. If you're interested in looking at the book, it is titled 10 Frames Per Second in an Articulated Adventure. And I would just say Amazon is probably the easiest, and maybe the cheapest place to get it currently. That book came out 4 years. 4 years. I think it's 4 years old.
Only? Okay, yeah, not
Well,
that deep.
it's funny because in my mind, when I look at the book, like I have all these mixed feelings of being like, yeah, it's cool. Like this is a book. This is something that happened. Something that I did.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. But then I look at the photos and I'm like, well, I don't want people to think that this is what my current work looks like.
Yeah, because it's stuff you've done over time.
Yeah, but I think actually, if someone was to follow me recently, but then see that stuff, they would be like, oh shit, like they could probably see like the growth, or just like, oh, like this is it seems like a different style or person, even a different photographer almost, like, which at that time it was, in a sense, like my mindset was different, and the things that I was interested in are different from what I'm interested in now. But I think it's cool because I think my journey as a toy photographer has, I would say, I'd like to think that I'm like well-rounded enough to shoot in multiple areas. Like I'm comfortable shooting outside, comfortable shooting inside, comfortable setting up a scene with a diorama or not. So
Yeah, I mean, talking about your journey as a photographer, it's one of my favorite ones to follow, and it's cool to just talk stupid shit with you
oh
from time to time,
yeah,
even if it's out of nowhere, just a picture of Poe Dameron Black Series and his
your selfie series.
face. That's not my face. That is not.
Well, I would love to ask someone on that team at some point after knowing that they're not going to get mad if I ask this question or make fun of rather, but just be like, dude, I mean, what happened here? Like, what come on, like,
I
has
love the idea. It's just
Oscar Isaac, the actor,
yeah.
is he's it's like, what does he think about it? Does he see? Is he looking at him like, oh yeah, man, it looks like me? It's like,
No, the
when?
injustice of
Yeah,
that
or is he
figure.
just yeah?
Shout outs to Toy Farce. Good morning to you. But the selfie series, I think, is a really good idea, and they want to make it available to the masses. But I've done it. Like, it's not available in Canada, but I've sideloaded the app and I've tried to make my own image.
Yeah, I
And
saw it.
it's like you hold the phone in front of your face, and you move to the left, and you move to the right, you move back to the middle, and then that's it. Now, that is dependent on whatever phone camera quality you have. And I'm moving pretty fast. Like, I tried to go as slow as possible. And it's
Mhm.
like, okay, you're good. Do the other side. I'm like, wait, I didn't even go all the way around, like to the very well, not all the way around, because then I'd be
Yeah,
like dead. But all the way to the side. And then on the other side, you look at Dwayne Shoots Toys, who's making his own toys with his own 3D scanner thing. He's got a camera, and it's on one of those rotating things that you have for jewelry. Not a
mhm.
lazy Susan, industrious Susan. Um, and it's turning, and it's taking like 100 photos, and they stitch it together. I'm like, that. There's no way you can expect an accurate, really good selfie series, given that it's based on whatever phone someone has,
Yeah.
and they want to make it available to the masses. The idea is like, I would love for that to happen, but it doesn't seem like a good mass market product.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Like, sounds like an exciting thing to be able to offer to your fans slash customers, but the execution of it has not been the greatest from what I know. Like, everyone that I've seen post their photo of what their figure would look like, and like whether on their page or story or whatever, I'm like, if I know what the person looks like, I'm like, nah, that's not anything close to what you look like. And I don't know if was it you that I said Poe Dameron.
I've never gotten so many
Hey,
comments on a post compared to this one, because I said 1, 2, or
what?
3, and everyone put 3.
Of course.
And what do you think? We're just in a bubble because we're toy collectors and we have experience with so many different lines, and we know what's capable of and how things can look, that we're like, this doesn't look good. But to the
Yeah.
general public, where they're like, oh cool, I can get myself on an action figure with a cool
Yeah.
superhero body. Like, is that good enough for them, you think?
Probably. And probably because I feel like that, even to the casual whatever, collector or just person that was to do this, they'd probably be they would, I'm sure they'd be able to recognize it. It's like it's not like 100% accurate, but they would still be able to think it was cool enough to not nitpick it how we would, right?
Right.
Like, because yes, we do have a knowledge of what else is out there and no quality, no, have come to like appreciate high quality toys or figures. Um, I would couldn't be less interested in this. I think if I was to have a figure of myself, I would want it to be me, not my head on a character. I would want to have like basically I want it to look like me, but then I'd be like, oh, can CJ make my clothes? Can he
Yeah.
could he make this hat, this shirt, the shoes that I would, what I'd want it to be me. And so then obviously it's gonna be more than $60 at that way, like having something like that, I guess you could easily just be like, that's why this is $60 for
Right.
this, which most people can, are okay with, I guess. Okay, well, some people are okay with that. I'm super good, especially I feel like everyone just looks how you look. There, like all the ones that I saw look like that for some reason.
It's got to be, maybe it's too early for something like this, because
Do you
if you
see
think
any
about,
part of yourself in that?
no, like,
I
no,
do. I
does
mean,
my nose look like that?
I don't know. You like flare your nostrils in, and like maybe you should try making a. What if you made a weird face? Would it copy that?
Yeah, I think so. I've seen people do. I think Pancheezy did a whole bunch of weird expressions, and it did it. Um, but I mean, like, so they scan it, and then, because of resin printing and being readily available, much cheaper than before, they print these one-offs and then paint it. But like, what if, 5, 10 years from now, you can get a good scan with a cell phone like that, more accurate,
Yeah.
and the painting is cheaper? Then, maybe this is just something that was just too ahead of its time. But even when it was announced, I'm like, how do they make this possible? Like, they have to be using resin 3D printing just to get so many unique faces out there, right?
Yeah.
It's too expensive to sculpt and tool each one.
Yeah.
So, and 3D printing itself, it's gotten cheaper and better quality over the years. So,
You know what? I would. They. I don't know. It might not make sense for them, but like it to me, it almost. I could make more sense out of it being just a head sculpt that you could then. I mean, because really, you could do this anyways. If you buy the whole figure, you pop the head off. Probably be able to pop it onto multiple characters of whatever Black
mhm.
Series will let. But if you were to just be able to buy the head sculpt, like let's say $20, because then like even if it doesn't look like you could just pop it onto some body and just have like someone in a background like a background character, right? Just
Yeah, another civilian,
yeah, just be like, oh,
my
that's
cousin.
yeah. It's like that's not me. It's like that's the upside down me or what.
No, I mean, they've already tooled all those other bodies, just adding value there. Value.
Also, I don't care about any of the choices for that either. I don't want my
Yeah, I
head
don't.
Mando's with Mando's armor or Spider-Man or a
That's
pilot.
not the Spider-Man I would have chosen. Let's just say.
I don't know. So I guess that specifically for me, I don't really think that there is. Like if I had to, I don't care about anything enough in this way to be like, yeah, I guess I would want my head on. I don't even know. Cad
I'll
Bane.
put you on Ninja Turtle. Maybe Playmates will come up with this next.
The only
I would
reason
want
why I
that.
would maybe entertain that is like I would try because that might be like you could get that photo that's like Kino, like behind the scenes where he's like in
Oh
this
yeah,
just him. Not saying I look like Kino, but I'm just saying like what like
but
you could I could recreate it with myself.
as the suit actor.
Yeah.
The PulseCon hosts were extremely excited for their figures. Theirs looked pretty close, and who knows, maybe they put a little extra care in those for the show.
I'm not saying
Maybe.
that they're lying or being fake about it, but also what are they gonna go on there and be like, oh, here's my figure. It looks like shit. Like, they're not gonna say that, man.
Yeah,
They're
no,
they're
it's
gonna
their
be
show.
positive. They're gonna be positive about it because that's what they do. Not that's the right thing to do. That's the
It's
smart
not
thing.
like Ewan McGregor. He went on Jimmy Kimmel and they gave him his figure, and he's like, they've scanned me so many times and they still can't get my face right. It's like, yeah, you're not gonna have the host say that on PulseCon.
Well, he has the power to obviously say something like that. They want to make him.
Yeah.
No one wants to make any of us. So like when it's shitty, they're just like, eh. They're like, no one wants to make, no offense, no one wants a toying around figure, but
Wow.
no
You
one
could have
wants a
used
toying around figure,
yourself as an example.
well, I had to slam you, but like
Ernie.
no one wants a Kevin figure, but Kevin probably, or maybe Kevin's family.
They don't want that shit.
Yeah, so even your own family is like, this shit's corny, dude. We got the
You're the worst
here.
guest ever.
I'm
I
not
hate
even
you
sure
so.
if we like the real version of this one. Like now we got a shrunken down.
Yeah, we got to deal with this guy, this clown all the time. You're an ass. The truth hurts.
No one wants
The truth hurts.
a Johnny figure. I don't even want it, and I'm me. It's like I don't want that shit. Again, I laid out the blueprint of like a version of that I could want, but
I know you're such a liar. You already said how you want it to look, and then you just completely backtrack.
basically, like I think like what I've done with Vapor, like exclude, like he's got the custom Vans. I wear Vans. It's like generally like the way that he's dressed is like how I dress. So like aside from the skin tone and then if it was like a Johnny looking head sculpt,
Johnny type.
I mean, we're getting close.
They got the hat, custom hat.
Anybody that was wondering, these custom Vans were made by Nacho Toys on Instagram.
Nice.
And they're cool. Awesome. Definitely adds a different vibe to the figure.
All right, man. Yeah, I think combined we streamed 3 hours and opened 4 toys. 2 of them were the exact same figure. But you know what, man? I had a blast hanging out with you as always.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good time to call it and let everyone who's still here to go check out Tormigos. Check out your squad that the enablers are beefing with. I guess maybe not.
The neutral ground now.
No, we're good. We are the part of the peace making process.
Not a real beef.
No, I don't think so. Because Yoko would destroy Lago. he doesn't want that. He don't want those problems.
I can tell, right? Sandwich.
Here, turn the other way, and then we'll send this to Lago. Perfect. Screen cap that. Sergeant Bananas on Instagram. Anything else? Anything else you need people should follow you on?
No, that's it. But thanks to you for inviting me on, and it was a lot of fun. If I come back on again, maybe I'll open more than 2, but don't count on that.
No, I think we should keep doing less. Like last time was
3. There's none. Let's see how long.
Yeah, you're gonna be that guy who brings the one pop toy.
No, I would try to persuade someone else to do it because that's more my personality, so I could laugh about it.
Yeah, you would.
I will work on having Kyle be that person.
Kyle would never. He would never side with you.
I'm like, dude, just open a ghost pop.
Oh God.
Twice as bad. Your reaction.
Twice as bad. That's what you would have gone with. To do it just to get my reaction. You bastard. Please make sure you are tuned in. Monday, I will be streaming with the Boba Squadron talking about Andor Episode 5, and next Thursday, Unboxing Thursdays with the Enablers. They're going to be all available, hopefully, and Yoko's back from New York Comic Con. We can look at the Enabler album and album cover submissions, and there will be some prizes for just random prizes for people participating. And it's just a cool photo challenge to get people involved and maybe motivated to take more shots. I know Plasty is one person who he was so inspired by this theme, he created a whole new IG account of all his album covers. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great community thing. Hopefully, if you've enjoyed this stream, subscribe to the channel for more toy content. I'm working on a new episode of Hunting Around. It's a toy hunting show, I guess you call it a show, video with friends of mine here. Yeah, if you ever come up, Johnny, we can do an episode and go toy hunting. I think that would be a lot of fun if you didn't spend the whole time making digs at me. But until then, everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone watching the replay here, YouTube, Twitch. I love you all. Go follow Johnny. You should be already. And go check out Toy Migos right now. Butter Raid. Have a good night and keep toying around. Peace.